And we're live.
Live over yet?
Saturday night. Now we just started, Mike. At Bobblehead Homestead. Welcome. This is Mike from Dogman. He lives down the road a bit. So he came over on a Saturday night, last minute. We never plan these things. They always pop up.
Well, I came over because you got no transportation.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, we'd have been in my place.
I need an e-bike. Send me an e-bike.
We all need e-bike. Is that thing too loud?
Yeah.
In the back it is.
Turn that.
What is that?
It's an air filter.
I like my air unfiltered. That's better. Boy, that thing makes racket.
Yeah.
Who got in here?
That's why I can't hear anybody.
There's that Debbie Drog. I got an
Hey, yeah. Back to good. Marianne Bimler. Hello. Tracy. Hello. T. McD. We are here on a Saturday night. I am sporting my full blown country merch. Full blown country, because everybody needs a friend named Pooch.
Who's he? Who's Pooch?
From Full Blown Country.
I've never heard of their channel. I'm just kidding.
Dude, you've got their stuff too. We got
it.
And you're sporting Tree Haven, Jeff.
I had to call Jeff, say, hey man, you ain't got your Tree Haven shirt.
I don't have a Tree Haven shirt.
Oh, well, he didn't like you, I guess.
I've got a Tree Haven shower.
You have a Pure Country hat.
I'm wearing it.
Oh, yeah, that's the other style. I found mine today. She asked me, JB asked me, where's your Pure Country hat?
Yeah.
I don't even think I had a hat on at your birthday party.
Hey, Tracy just got Starlink, so she can watch live now.
Starlink's cool.
Yeah.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah.
I can run like 4 TVs in my computer.
It's worth it if you got if your only option is cell phone, it's totally worth it.
That's all I had before the Starlink. I would put my cell phone in the window of the cabin, and it would take all day to upload a video. Then when I got Starlink, it's like an hour, 2 hours if it was a long one, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to be going back to fiber optic at my new place.
We're getting fiber here.
They've been saying that for 3 years.
Well, I looked. It's already in Waldron.
Yeah, I know. They've been saying the same thing.
Lemonade. My travel mug when I come to Jeff's.
Yeah, even though I've got ice here. I have an ice maker.
I don't like your ice.
I like my ice.
My ice is well water. It has a certain flavor.
My ice is well water.
Then you keep your ice. I'll keep my ice. We don't have to worry about your ice.
I got plenty of ice.
If I said it was the moon, he would say it was the sun.
The reason why I have ice is Brett and Deborah from Tiny Farm Nuggets. They gave me that ice maker.
Nobody gave me an ice maker, but I do have an Afghan.
An Afghan now.
An Afghan. I have been pushing an Afghan thing for what, 2 years? Nobody sent me an Afghan. I did get little Afghan pot holders.
She's here tonight too.
I've got 20 pot holders that are like Afghan material.
I want to see the Afghan though, Mike.
That's when I get an e-bike. That's the only time anybody's going to see that. Because I'm going to put it around me and ride.
So you teased us. Well, actually, I teased it because I saw
it's on your video.
It's on your video. I know it's on my video.
No.
But so we've teased it, but you're not going to show it until you get an e-bike.
Rooster's on it right now, as we speak.
Well, you got to do a whole separate video for your.
I don't have an e-bike. It ain't, you know. I got to have an e-bike.
Yeah, you need a whole video for that Afghan. Be filming segments from now until you.
If I get like 10 of them, is my place going to be like Afghanistan?
It could be.
Man, I don't want that.
It could be.
I don't want it to be Afghanistan, but you know, we'll be warm. Isn't it warm in Afghanistan? I think so.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go there in the military. And I don't think I was older than that. But Anthony went there from Country Road Carrier. There's Dot Roper, Patty Price. I don't think she watches my channel no more. I haven't seen her comment.
People go through stages.
I know.
I'm the same way. There's
Lindy Okie, I don't think she.
Where's the dove? Did he sneak in with the hens? No, we left that dove in Drew's backhoe.
Yep, I bet it's still there. Probably has 5 friends right now.
Yeah, next time Drew goes in there, he's going to have a bunch of bird droppings.
He got us good.
He wasn't even trying.
He didn't even know
he wasn't even trying, and he got us good. Oh, boy.
Hey, man, your Windows 7 computer went off. Who has Windows 7 anymore?
Poor people.
And that was like 2000.
Poor old
1999, 2000. It wasn't even.
No.
Windows 8. That was before Windows 8, obviously. Windows 8.
That was a cheapo hand-me-down.
Windows 8 sucked. I remember that. I could not figure out Windows 8.
It's where I keep all my spreads.
Yeah, Windows 7 was good. I remember. But then Windows 8 come out, and then XP. And I don't even know what
XP was 9.
I can't keep up with that.
I don't even care anymore.
Is the shed pad ready to receive the shed?
No. I don't know. I need blocks to put the shed on. I got no vehicle.
Jeffrey's starting to pack. Dudes don't pack. We just throw loose stuff in the back of the truck.
We pack as we move.
Yeah. There's no boxes, it's like grocery store bags.
Yeah.
And
the real question is have I finished unpacking from moving here just over a year ago? That's a better question.
When I've lived all over the United States, I would just get rid of everything and leave with a suitcase and then just buy it. You would be surprised how quick you can get everything back. Pretty quick. So it's it's just stuff.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. But, he's only moving a few, 40, 50 miles.
I got a lot of tools and valuable stuff now, so. Clothes. T-shirts that people keep sending me. I got too many of those.
I'll tell you what, man. This tree, I wear Carhartts because they're good and thick shirts and they last. This shirt here feels just like a Carhartt. So, Jess, I don't know what they charge for his shirts.
He didn't skip
it's
on
thick, man.
Oh, yeah,
it's
man.
It's not a cheap shirt.
Comparatively. Sorry.
If you go through like Spring or some of them other...
I can't. This is free.
Guys, I don't even offer merch because it's so expensive and cheap material. I just can't do that to people. But this, I don't know if he's getting these made or what. Man, this is like a Carhartt.
Yeah. So not your last video, but a recent video, there is a bunch of news. Everybody needs to know you're going to do a video every single day in October.
On all 3 of my channels.
And what are all 3 of your channels? I bet I'm not even subscribed to all 3.
Ouachita Mountain Living.
Yeah.
That's spelled with an O.
I should go add that, shouldn't I?
There's a story that I thought it was spelled with a Q for 10 years that I've lived here. Somebody corrected me. It's not a Q, it's an O. And I looked it up.
It's an O.
It's an O. O-U-A-T-C-H-I-T-A-W. It's an Indian name.
No W on.
Something like that. H.
O-U-A-T-I.
Somebody spell it. So we don't have to rack our brains. We're the ones providing the entertainment. We shouldn't have to spell nothing.
O-U-C-H-I-T-A.
I-T-A. Yeah.
O-U-A-C-H-I-T-A.
Yeah.
O-U-A-C-H.
Ouachita Mountain Living, and the other one is What Dogs Do. It's basically a shorts channel, but I do have one long video on there. That's for the dog. That's the dogs channel.
And what's your dog's channel?
What Dogs Do.
All right. See, you got to tell them what the name is so they can go to it.
That has like 400 subscribers. Ouachita Mountain Living is 1,500. So subscribe when you go there. I will be putting a 20-minute minimum video on Dogman and Ouachita Mountain Living, and maybe just shorts on and a few long ones on what dogs do. But I'm going to take all the revenue earned from my channels, and 50% of it I'm going to donate to a dog rescue. Furry Tales Rescue. All that information's on my channel. And in 3 weeks we're going to an event.
2 weeks. From today.
October 7th, we're going to Dog or Puppalooza. It's an event there the rescue is holding. And
can I pull that up somewhere? Probably not. Do they have a website?
Facebook has. I've got links on my channel, but
okay. And it's in your last video too.
Yeah, I mean the last two, I think. But rescues are always having to come up with creative ways to raise money. I mean, I ran one. You're always begging people for money. We shouldn't have to do that in our day and age, but it's very expensive. Remember what she told us what it costs to do one of them transports? $16,000 to get all those puppies spayed and neutered, medicated.
Moved from Arkansas to Minnesota, and then
every
dispersed from Minnesota out to other places.
Yep.
All the medical, all the, yeah.
So Jeff seen what I went through from the day those pups were born. Jeff came over, helped me move them out. It was one of the coldest days. I think it was the coldest day of the year. So Millie, I had her set up in a warm place with a heater. She decided she's going to have the puppies outside. And she did. And so I called Jeff, said, you got to come help me. I mean, they weren't probably that big, and there were 6 of them. And so we had to move them in the cold.
From the barrel.
Woo,
she had them in
freezing,
the barrel.
man.
So
it was cold.
Yeah.
Then once we moved them in there, they stayed in there, and then they got bigger. And bigger. And bigger. They pooped a lot. They ate a lot.
And then on like rescue day, we met at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
they had a whole operation there, a trailer full. They had people coming and going, over a dozen with multiple dogs. And that was a big production.
And that's the rescue. I'm doing the 31 days of videos on all the channels to help. And I'll have links if you want, I would recommend if you want to help them out, they have Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal, because if you could send a super chat or super thanks, but YouTube takes a big cut of those.
30%.
Yeah, I mean, if you send like $100, they take 30 or 40 of it. So, YouTubers don't complain about getting them, but the YouTuber is not getting the whole thing, and they got to wait to the following month on the 21st to get them.
Yeah. So Furry Tales Rescue, and they're the ones. 2 weeks from today, they're having their. It's like a silent auction. They got games.
Cornhole tournament. I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna win it.
Yeah.
I've never played, but
it starts at like 11 a.m. till 5.
10 to 3 p.m.
10 to 3.
Perfect hours.
Dardanelle, Arkansas. So if you're in this area, 10 to 3 in Dardanelle, we'll be there. He's giving me a ride.
O'Rourke's Littlefield said they're coming. Peter.
Cool.
Old Man King Homestead. He's
cool.
going. How's he getting there?
We'll
bicycle?
figure it out.
He's going to ride his bicycle there.
That's the dude who needs an e-bike.
No. Or, I don't know. They can be dangerous, man.
Motorcycle.
I think he can.
Somebody buy him a motorcycle.
Yeah. He needs an e-trike. They have an e-trike with a basket and all that. Peter rocked that thing.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
What do we got in here? 160. We're not even paying. There's a White Rock Homestead. Hey, they had a great video today.
I've heard about them, dude.
Yeah, they had a great video today. I felt that one. That was a good video.
They helped. I seen the title. They helped the homeless person or something.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. You got to watch the video. You got to watch. Hey, there's the awesome homestead. Who's taking the dude to Baker's Creek Seed Festival next spring? That sounds fun. You want to go up to Missouri? What part of Missouri is that in? It can't be that far. It's probably 5 hours. It'd be hard to do it there and back in a day. That's the thing about that.
I'm going to mention something that's probably not
Is that up by
in Missouri. Well, this is your channel, right?
Yeah. Don't be
No, but this is something that people need to know.
you can do your own video if people need to know.
And
if they need to know it, they're going to want to go to watch your video.
Okay, we won't mention
Mansfield,
we
Missouri.
won't mention him. Tulip Festival. Ain't going there.
Oh, dude, you would if you saw this place.
There are a lot of women.
It's a huge festival. Mansfield, Missouri. Oh yeah, that ain't all that far. Go to maps is what I need to do.
How come your chat ain't moving? It's the same people stuck there.
Yeah, because we're not as popular tonight. 163.
Yeah, we need to dance or sing or something. They like that.
What time is it? Yeah. It's a Saturday. There's probably football on or something.
Ain't nobody watches that no more.
What, football?
Saturday, they don't have football on Saturday.
College football.
I don't watch any sports anymore.
I don't either, but
I used to.
Surprised.
I used to watch all that. No more. It makes me sick to watch that.
Mansfield.
With their politics. Can't do it.
Bakers Creek, so that's about 5 hours away.
Chicken Dash. You can't find that. Alexa doesn't know what that is.
Zombie wants us to have a Halloween party with costumes. What would you go at for Halloween?
I don't do costumes, man. I go as a dog.
Yes, you do.
I don't do costumes.
Yes, you do. You got those fake teeth and that mullet. You do costumes.
I don't know what you're talking about. Where are we going Monday? So
Ollie's.
I don't clean the shed out Monday like I promised. It's his fault.
Yeah.
He wants to go to Ollie's.
Yeah, because he
Aldi's.
told me about it.
Ollie's and Aldi's. It sounds like a country song. We're going to go to Ollie's, and then we're going to go to Aldi's.
I'd never heard of Ollie's. You told me about it tonight. I was surfing. That's what spurred this whole live show.
Man, they got light bulbs you can screw into your, like, it has a light bulb and it's LEDs, and there's like 4 of them. $4. They've got flooring, really cheap, cool things.
I never heard of it. I went to their website tonight, and I'm like, dude, we need to go shop at Ollie's. And Mike's like, let's go Monday.
Of course, we'll have to eat.
Sure.
We'll have to eat.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
where do you get a pick if you're driving?
I already picked it.
Yeah.
Have you ever, I don't know, you're picky. I don't know if you'll
I'll figure everybody's got that.
Have you ever ate at Schlotzsky's?
Oh, yeah.
That's where we're going.
All right.
Yeah. The original. Full size. I don't play. I get the big one. I can only eat about half. But, man, if you don't have a Schlotzsky's in your area, you are missing out.
Yeah, we had them in Illinois, around Chicago and Peoria. I've eaten a lot of Schlotzsky's.
When I lived in St. Paul, Minnesota, they had one. It was like,
wouldn't be my first choice.
They said they had one in Coon Rapids, which was probably half an hour. So I drove all the way up there. I get there, it's closed. The people in Minnesota don't like Schlotzsky's. Yeah, they don't like a lot of things up there.
Minnesota's weird.
Yeah, they are weird.
They
don't
weird.
like normal stuff, man. They call donuts. You know what they call donuts in Minnesota? Rolls. First week I was there, the boss says, hey, I was working for a paper. I'm going to go get some rolls. It was like 4 a.m. We worked all night. Do you want any? I'm thinking of like dinner rolls, you know, that you have with turkey. And I'm like, no.
Who wants dinner rolls unless you got eggs?
He comes back, it's donuts. I'm like, God, you guys are weird here. Donuts.
A donut is a donut. See, Karen knows Ollie's and Aldi's are great stores. All right, we'll do a video.
Ollie's,
we'll take you along.
That's a song.
Ollie's, Aldi's, and Schlotzsky's.
We went to Ollie's, and then Aldi's, and then Schlotzsky's.
Yeah, they're Simply Jan. Yeah.
Who? Oh, that's that girl.
We've met her before.
I know.
We'll meet her again, I'm sure.
She hit me. She hit me.
Video or it didn't happen?
I think it's on video.
Mike wants to know if there was adoptions at that event.
No, Debbie, it's Slotsky's is a sandwich shop, but I know what pierogies are, and I like pierogies. I know how to make pierogies. It's a dough filled with cheese and potatoes, and it's and you put butter and onions on it.
There are bad pierogies, but they're good.
Mrs. T's, I make them myself, but Mrs. T's are pretty good. But if you live in like somewhere on the East Coast, everybody knows what pierogies are. I've lived there too. There are places that have good ones.
Yeah.
But I know what they are, Debbie.
Don't get them in the frozen section at the grocery store. That's all.
They call that the ethnic section, where they have ravioli and pierogies. It's ethnic here. That's what they call it. I ain't kidding you.
The Awesome Homestead, he's going carnivore. I keep hearing about a lot of people giving that a try.
I can't afford that diet, man. You've seen the meat prices.
I know. That's why I want to raise my own meat.
So I made tacos. I made tacos today.
I need 60 acres instead of 6 if I want cows, though.
I'm in the grocery store, and they've been having that 93% lean ground meat.
At Harps?
Yeah. So the guy's out putting it out, and they had some, and I bought a bunch of it. I'm like, why is it
$1 more?
It's a lot more.
$1 more.
Like a pound and a half. A pound and a half of that was $9.50.
Oh yeah.
And I asked him, why do you guys not have this all the time? Well, they hold it back for certain customers. That's not the answer I was wanting.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
You have to ask for it because they reserve that for certain people.
That's why.
But they
came Monday. We're going shopping though, and you've got that new little refrigerator that plugs into your.
We're going to use it
into your vehicle, so you can go shopping and buy. Like one thing, I know Aldi's has cheap butter, so I like stocking up on butter when I go there. I've only been there twice since I've been there.
How many things of butter do you use? I mean,
I use a lot of butter.
I think you can freeze butter.
Yeah, sure. Yep. I do it all the time. Yeah,
I don't buy that. We were talking about that. I don't buy that. What's that cheap stuff? And boy, they just
Country Crock.
Oh, they get the big, like half 35-gallon containers of that for $2. Yeah,
that's not real butter. Real butter is better than
wow, they just skip
seed oils.
You gotta back up. Mika's throwing a conniption. She's throwing a conniption.
What?
We skipped over her comment.
Well, I don't know.
Really not paying attention. No, we're not. We gotta appease Mika.
Hello, Simply Jan.
Well, that ain't the comment.
There's Denise McDonald, Cuddly Texan. I don't see.
You just can't satisfy these people. I'm telling you.
Well, when was
I don't see any Mika.
He was like 5 minutes ago.
We skipped over a comment. So please tell me.
Is there adoptions at this event? I'm looking for a Chihuahua. We answered that.
I don't really know. What they do is they don't really have a facility for the dogs. They place them in the foster home. So, yeah, I mean, there is adoptions.
Not at that event.
Not at that event.
Will there be adoptions 2 weeks from today at the event?
I don't know. But Furry Tales Rescue, look it up on Facebook. All that.
You can hook up with them if they've got a Chihuahua.
I will. When we get there in a few weeks, we'll answer that. I hope they have. I mean, whenever we have.
If she'll come to the event and adopt a Chihuahua if there's one there.
Those little dogs go pretty quick. Like Rooster, Chihuahuas. Those are what
I don't like
want.
Chihuahuas at all. They're little ankle biters.
They're little assholes.
They are.
They're a one-person dog. And if they don't, if you adopt one and it don't like you, you're screwed. Because you got a dog that's never going to like you. It may not like anybody. That's how they are.
Peter's here. Do we miss it?
We missed everybody's comment.
MK says she's
203 people in the house.
Evans Family Adventures.
Hey, Goobs.
Oh, Evans Family Adventures is all right. Here we go. We got a mission tonight. Evans Family Adventures. Mike, are you ready for a mission? Oh, they got, we ain't going to hit it tonight. But we can get them to 850. We can get them to 850 tonight.
Cool.
I can feel it.
Everybody subscribe.
I met them.
The Evans Family. Is that Good Times? Remember the show with JJ? Hey, Dynamite.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
They've been to a lot of the meetups around the area. Great folks. They're at 836 subscribers. We want to get them to 850. I think we can do that. How many we got in here?
You don't know. You only have to have 500 subs to be monetized.
Well,
and
no,
I think 1,000, 1,500 watch hours. Maybe I may be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 500. You can start getting super chats and super things. Yeah. You're not monetized till 1,000 still, and also 500 opens up other things like merchandise and I don't know what it is.
It comes.
I don't need it, but yeah.
You have to pay the YouTube dues to get monetized.
Yeah.
Some people get lucky and get it real quick. Some people struggle.
Look at this. Getting ready in auction. I better mute before I start anything. Mute. Yeah. Evans Family Adventures.
I've got a Chihuahua. And I've had friends that have had them that they liked me. I've always liked that breed. There's Let's Trade Paint. I simply can't. Still here.
Abby's got a Chihuahua.
You can't get rid of that girl. I'm telling you.
Hey, Let's Trade Paint.
Look at her.
Good to see you.
She's dominating the whole chat.
Oh, they're all right. But there we go. Getting ready for an estate auction. That's an old vehicle. The new Kubota. What is that? I don't know what kind of old vehicle.
I could use something like that.
I saw an El Camino on Facebook.
That's what I've been looking for. If anybody has an old El Camino they want to give me.
Like what year range are you thinking?
Anywhere, man, my last one was a 79 and I loved it. And that's on the older side. I like them. 77 would be a good one. Any 70s model. There's Drew. He's going to put his 2 cents.
There's Drew's lens. Oh, now he's giving the link. See?
He's supposed to find me a El Camino, but he ain't delivered yet.
I see him on Facebook. I shop Facebook Marketplace every single day.
So we got to take your van to town Monday, right?
Yeah, we're going to drop off my van Monday. Then we're heading to Fort Smith and going to Aldi's and Schlatt.
I'll make a bet. It's the master cylinder. So what's wrong with your van?
I don't want to hear that. I just want to know that
that's not.
We're doing the CV axle and the strut.
Oh, well, the brakes.
And then hopefully the brakes, all they got to do is bleed them.
Master cylinder is not too expensive. Shouldn't be.
No.
He's been looking for the right Elko. I don't care if it has it'd be nice to have a motor in it. I do have little skills. I mean, something to have here that I can tinker around with. I'd get it running. I've been watching Vice Grip Garage, man.
Back to Good says they have a lot of El Caminos in Illinois. I got friends in Illinois. I can tell them to keep a lookout.
Well, I had a 70.
Problem with an El Camino from Illinois is
I don't want to rust bucket.
Unless it's been sitting there.
I had a 77 Malibu, and I bought it in Oklahoma for $400. Drove it to Cleveland, Ohio, and it needed like a sway bar put on it, which I could have done, but I was staying with my grandparents. I was young. That neighborhood, you could not work on your vehicle. And so we had to take it to the shop, and they were amazed because this was like in 83 or something, you know. They were amazed that it didn't have rust on it. That's what I want. I mean, it has to be from the South.
Yeah.
But I don't care if it has a motor. We'll get a motor to put in it.
We've got motors. I might buy a new motor for Boss Hog at some point.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that motor. It's just,
that's
you
all
can't kill. You can't kill those 5.7.
Well, it doesn't run, so there's something wrong with it.
You might just need a new carb or something on there. I don't know.
They have a 95 Ford Bronco. Is that the year? No,
I had a 87, I think, Ford Bronco. The starter, and I bought this in Iowa. I'm driving down the road, and the starter falls out. Falls out completely, but it's still going down the road because you don't need a starter. Only you just need it to start. And I was going to Des Moines to visit some friends at the Des Moines Register. I used to work there, and I just left it running in the parking lot. It was a dead winter too. Drove it all the way back to Charles City, Iowa, where I was at. Then the bolts for the starter were stripped out. I fought that. I had to get a tap and die set and tap it out. And man, I bet I drove that for 2 years.
Cool. Evans Family Adventures, they hit 850. Thank you very much. Another Arkansas channel. I'm telling you, this genre of folks from Arkansas, we're ruling.
There's more channels coming too. Who's this Maverick? I seen that today.
Maverick Acres?
Ain't they on this road?
No.
Yeah, they commented today. I've never seen them before.
Oh, Drew's tagging from his computer. He's used to using his phone.
Need to show off. Got his new computer. How many gigs of RAM are in that thing?
64. I picked it out for him.
I just bought new RAM. It's coming.
Dude, he's got 12 gigs of.
Because we're tightwads, bought cheap Acers, man.
Yeah.
He's screaming at me because I bought an Acer, and I come over here and I'm looking. Same thing. He's got an Acer, but
he's got 12 gigs of memory on his video card. In addition to, I'm just saying.
Look at that girl just subbed to my channel today. She doesn't even understand what kind of ride she's in for. Because I'm crazy.
Yeah. More so on lives, but
I don't do lives anymore. I realize that.
Says the guy on a live show.
This is your channel. You look at my channel, there's no lives in the history. I've deleted every one of them. But
don't give me a reason to delete this one. Oh, yeah, there were some. Yeah. Well, the best one.
Yeah, YouTube deleted that one.
Maybe someday we'll team up and do some lives on Rumble where we don't have to share.
Drew character get away with playing that music?
Because you can pay for it now.
We must have cussed and stuff on that video. I don't know. It was a couple hours long.
No, see, yeah.
Everybody loved it, man.
There were how many 60-some songs that we played?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would just tell Alexa to play a song, and then just for what? After a while, we gave up and let it just play because we already knew we'd done pushed the envelope too far.
855 subscribers for Evans Family Adventures. Thank you very much. I've met them, I think, in Oklahoma a couple of years ago.
Oh, they're here in Arkansas.
Yeah, they're here in Arkansas. And, yeah, they're cool. Magnet fishing. Uh-oh.
I watched, if anybody watches Peter Santinello.
Yeah, I've seen him pop up here and there.
He
did that Titus.
That Titus, that's what I'm talking about. He started a GoFundMe for this guy. I mean, you guys got to check it out, man. It is one of the best YouTube videos. His channel is one of the best.
They just, I haven't watched the video.
You know how much his GoFundMe?
Today's video.
That's the best one I've ever seen.
I haven't seen it yet.
They were hitchhiking and that. It's like, I mean, that's
you will
insane.
see if Mike and
he's got like 1.5 million subscribers. No, he got 2.4
million.
But if you don't watch this guy, every one of his videos, he goes to like reservations. That channel's awesome. This guy doesn't have an ID. He's not Amish.
But he's Amish-ish.
Yeah, he lives like an Amish guy, but he's not Amish. And he walks barefoot everywhere he goes. I mean, this guy, he's made 2 videos with it. And he does have his own channel, but his friends do it for him because he doesn't have any kind of...
No.
He's got a shed. He's got that shed right there. There's a phone, a landline phone, and he puts his phone number for you to call him, and he will. And
he's got an answering machine, and he gets back to people.
That Peter Centinello, however you pronounce it, man, that guy has one hell of a channel. And I like. What I like is that they're mostly 45-minute to hour videos. I mean, that's the ones you save till it's like, prime time evening, and you watch those videos.
Like he needs our shout out, but here you go. Peter Stantonello.
You probably see my comment in there. I commented. I said, that's the best video you ever done. So if you've never watched his channel, watch that one, or go back and watch the first one with Titus. Man, that dude's amazing. He is. He was standing on a corner. He says, yeah, God's going to give us a ride here in a minute. And sure enough, guy pulls up, picks him up. Because you don't pick up 2 guys hitchhiking. One maybe. I used to pick them up. But you don't pick up 2 guys. And they got rides.
Well, he was stressed. He was barefoot. So that tells you something.
As an Amish guy. I'm Amish.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No, you're not.
I am.
He also gave his address for folks to come help him. Yeah, and that reminds me of White Rock Homestead. Their video today. People should go watch that one. I want to give them another plug.
I don't need to give my address. Everybody knows where I live.
Yeah, not everybody. And there we go. Drew's Lens, Making Home channel, another channel here in Arkansas getting going.
And Titus went to Nashville, and everybody recognized him. Guy's famous.
Yeah, because his friends' videos were getting like 1 million views. Yeah.
But he put up a GoFundMe, and Peter donated $10,000. He's still the top donor, but I mean,
and he didn't
$175,000.
He didn't promote that he was giving it. It just people just noticed it on.
And he didn't tell Titus. I imagine he's already told him, but he don't have a clue what's coming.
YouTube can change lives. It's a weird thing. It happens. It happens over and over again. But it's just people connecting. YouTube allows us to connect with other people and for stuff like that to happen.
I didn't have no friends here for years, other than
I came here, I had a family in Russellville, and that was it. I didn't know anybody. So, YouTube it's a tool. You can use it. You can be a troll and leave hateful comments, or you can use it and get out there in the world and do some good. Like we're going to do 2 weeks from today at Pupapalooza in Dardanelle, Arkansas, from 10 to 3.
Drew said he can't come.
Yeah, he's got plans.
Well, that's cool. I didn't put it out early enough, but I mean, I kind of did. But whoever can make it, that would be cool. But they're gonna be plenty of videos from that event. Hopefully we make it fun and make a difference. Yeah. I don't see how we could hurt it.
I'll keep plugging it. Yeah, see, White Rock, they didn't know anybody in Arkansas before they moved here.
There you go. Sometimes you got to put yourself out there.
Yeah. That's how I met Marcel and Denise. Who? They just put themselves out there.
Who?
Markendra and
Murdoch and Danella. They're good people. Yeah. It's all Grady.
Yeah.
I bet they're lurking. They are. They're up. They're lurking.
No. Marcel goes to bed at dark. Marcel's been asleep for an hour now, I bet.
His dogs are watching.
Am I incubating any eggs now? No, I'm not. I was down to 12 hens, so there weren't many eggs to incubate.
Here's Bob.
I'm getting ready to move.
There's Bob. I bet you won't.
Oh, Bob.
My name's Cat. You know me. I'm Cat Man. Come here, Bob. He was getting brave.
Yeah.
He looked. He seen you.
Every once in a while. Greg the Great. Greg the Great. Bob let Greg the Great pet him once.
I didn't get a nap today.
And who else? I got a nap.
I did. You always get a nap.
I don't always get a nap.
2
but
naps
I have
yesterday, man. No,
I never do 2 naps.
Have 5 dogs. You don't get long naps. Especially with Tilly. She's out there wanting a treat every 2 hours.
Yeah. So what? Tell us about Ollie's. Bob's bugging me. I gotta go. He's gonna keep bugging me until I go.
Ollie's is like Big Lots, only cheaper.
Been there.
Big Lots, I don't even think they're in business.
We had a Big Lots in Peoria. They didn't, but it's like a Big Lot. It's like random stuff. You don't know what you're gonna get.
It's like an old dirty store, but they have like discontinued things and like I don't know.
And it's cheaper.
Well, he just leaves me. Yeah, Ollie's, and I've got the discount card too. I don't know what that means, but I got 2. They're like 6x10 rugs for $20 each, and they're not cheap. I mean, they're not cheesy rugs. I got LED light. I mean, they just got a little bit of everything, stuff you never see. Yep. Jeff's phone. What's your password on your phone, Jeff? Can you guys hear us okay? He's got that microphone way up there. Where's Jeff? Well, that's a good question. He just got up and left. I don't know. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom. I don't know. And when he gets back, that's what I got to do. Well, I never heard of Ollie's before, and then I met my parents in Fort Smith for lunch, and they said, we got to take you to this store. And it's right next to the mall, which, you know, malls, man, nobody goes to them. Ours is still open in Fort Smith, but there's hardly anything in them. I mean, there's maybe 5-10 stores. All a mall is now, it's a bunch of old people walking around for exercise. At least he didn't take a live mic with him. The cats need, now I know, the cats are out there meowing, so he's feeding Bob and Grumpy and the other one. What's his other cat's name? Irma? Something like that. I'm a dog man. I don't know anything about cats. My dogs eat once a day, and then they have 50 treats a day. Yeah, the malls of America are dying, and I would not step foot in one without being armed. I'll tell you that. They're dangerous. It's just a bunch of wild gang members and stuff in the big cities. I would not go in one. The mall we have here, you know, I imagine it's safe, but there's nothing in it. Oh, so there is Big Lots left. I used to like that store. Jeff's gonna get some flooring, so that's a good place to do that. And I looked at it, but I ain't got the cash to lay down for that yet. I've got to probably have maybe 1,000 square feet.
$2 a square foot.
Yeah.
But it's Anderson.
And that's probably gonna be the last job I ever do on my hands and knees.
And it's like
my butt, man.
That's like half price. Lowe's, the cheapest you can get is like $4 a square foot.
Oh, I see them, the vinyl plank. That's what you need. It's like $250, something like that. It's like $30 bucks, $40 a box. It's cheaper than you can get it anywhere else. Mark the game with him. He's talking cars and junk.
Somebody asked you why you keep your
boys. Scroll back now. Somebody asked about the Kmart. I just watched a video. There's 3 left in the United States.
Are there really?
And they just closed one in New Jersey. And there's a video. Google one of the last Kmart's in New Jersey, and I sat there and watched it. So apparently there's only 2 left now in New Jersey. Yep. Visiting last 3 Kmart's on it, but that's not the guy. There it is. One of the last Kmart's in the world. So there's 2 left. And he was there to try. There's a kid. It wasn't Miami, it was in New Jersey. But if you go on YouTube and type that in, you'll find it. I just watched that today. That's funny.
Yeah, we had Washington, Illinois. We had a Kmart.
Yes,
in a little strip mall.
The internet did kill that. The shopping, the big stores. It ain't killed Walmart. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
or Dollar General.
I buy a lot of stuff off Amazon. I think it's cool, but yeah. And most of the products are made in China. And man, as YouTubers, we get offered so many projects or products to do reviews on. And here's how you can tell it's in China who you're dealing with. Because you will not get an email until from like 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's because it's a different time zone. And they have names like Susan and Dorothy. They ain't their real names, trust me.
Walmart is #1 employer in the U.S. Well, not including the government. The #1 private employer in the U.S.
The medical field, insurance industry, probably.
Well, yeah, but as a single...
Well, the insurance runs everything.
As a single company.
A lot of people don't realize the insurance industry runs everything in this country.
Federal Reserve. They print the money.
And the insurance companies insure it. So they sure run the medical field, I'll tell you that.
Walmart is taking over Canada.
This is Snap-on?
No.
Oh, it's a Slap-on.
I've got those things are awesome.
Was that one of them ratchety ones?
So you got Flathead and Phillips.
I don't use either one of them anymore.
And that's a socket.
Who uses flathead screws anymore?
Stuff you buy from China.
Light switches.
You need one of these to make all the stuff that's made in China.
I bet that's made in China.
It probably is.
Well, you bought it.
I got this at Scott Hardware. They had them for $1. So I bought 3 of them.
Zehrs. I remember them.
But and that's a socket there. And there was one time where Drew's like, "You got any socket?" And I didn't have any sockets. But I had this. But I'm like, well,
Drew fixed his whole Camaro with that.
He did. Is
that a true story, Drew?
There was one of the sockets on here fit something that Drew needed. And yeah. So these are handy. I would advise everybody get one of these and put them in your vehicle.
Anybody that buys...
And your fanny pack. See, I keep it in my fanny pack.
Yeah,
this is what I use to take my GoPro.
I worked as a mechanic, trust me, several times. Snap-on is the biggest... Oh, my God.
I dated a girl in high school.
Snap-on sells a tool for like $1 million, and you're indebted to that truck for the rest of your life, man. You can go buy Craftsman tools or cheap tools. And if you break them, you go get another set. And yeah, Snap-on's way overrated.
I don't know anything. I dated a girl in high school. Her dad was a Snap-on rep.
I don't think I've been in a Kmart since I know I was living in Minnesota, and that was probably
they had a Kmart
97.
in Russellville. That Kmart in Russellville was still open when I moved here.
My dad used to call it Korea Mart. Man, I wish we still had stuff made in Korea. It was a lot better than that Chinese stuff.
We do have stuff made in Korea. It's called the Kia and the Hyundai, and
I don't have it.
A lot of electronics.
Yeah, Zehrs was a cool That was up in Ohio when I lived there. Yeah, that was a cool store.
Joel's.
I think it's some old store, man. And Kmart used to be Kresge's, and I remember when they didn't even turn into Kmart until like the mid '70s.
What were you asking me my
I was gonna get on there, Snoop.
On here? Yeah. I'm not giving out my password on a live show.
Honey, hey, we have Target.
Ben Franklin.
I wouldn't step 1 foot in a Target ever. I hate that store.
I have, but I haven't been in Target for years. I went over a decade without shopping in a Walmart.
It's the most woke store, and they hate America. They do. And Walmart anymore, that's China Mart. It didn't start that way, but that's the way. When Sam Walton died, that all went out the window.
I grew up with, there was a Ben Franklin, and they sold Matchbox cars and candy.
I remember going to Ben Franklin in Oklahoma.
We'd go there with my parents, and I'd always be bugging them and so that's when I started getting an allowance, so they could take me to Ben Franklin. And I could pick. I could either get a new Matchbox car or I could get some candy.
That pawn shop we went in last week, that used to be Ben Franklin. They were in every little town, downtown. They were always downtown. I grew up in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and we had a Ben Franklin. Me and my buddies would go in there, and they had cool stuff, man.
Yeah, they were the Dollar General before.
And cheap. But they're all, I don't think there's any Ben Franklins left. There might be.
I think there are some, but they've specialized into like arts and crafts type stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. There were a lot of old, the country we became is the big companies took over, and that's the end. It's all about greed. I always preach that. Everything's about the dollar. So
because the federal government and the people we voted for, gave them the regulations to protect their monopolies. It's all government. It's all government. We blame companies all the time.
Walmart is definitely a monopoly.
No company, no greedy company, it has more power than our government and our votes. And we voted for this. What we have now, we voted for it. We can't blame greed. We can't blame anybody else but ourselves for voting for the government to pass the regulations that protected their monopoly. That put
I don't vote anymore. I don't vote anymore.
And that gave Walmart.
It doesn't matter anymore to vote. So I quit voting.
Yeah. It's better than
it doesn't matter.
Because there's nobody to vote for that's for us. Hey, there's Papa Pepper. He was just talking about me.
But if we all quit voting, I don't know. What do you do? If we all quit voting, they win.
If we all quit voting, nature abhors a vacuum. There will be a vacuum of power, and somebody will come along to
China.
Yeah.
When I was hanging that flag the other day, I said I will always fly a flag until China makes me take it down, and they'll have to kill me to do it. And what I meant by that is when they start coming over here to take us over, because it's coming if we don't watch it.
Well, we'll have to choose them. Luckily, they got to come. We aren't going to choose it.
I'm going to take 50 China men with me. I guarantee you.
When the S hits the fan, I think the American people are going to choose to go on the route of freedom again.
But do you think those people in them countries like North Korea and China really back their government? They hate them, especially in North Korea. They don't want to fight for that country. I mean, they hate that guy. Kim Il-jung, whatever his name is. I'll be back in a moment, guys. Don't let him talk about me while I'm gone.
I'm going to talk about Papa Pepper. Because was it your last video, recent video? Don't trip, Mike. You're 4. He's growing citrus in Arkansas, and he's north of me. And I've got almost 7 acres, and with more than an acre of it is just completely cleared. And I'd like to grow some citrus in Arkansas. So I need to hook up with Papa Pepper again. All right. So Papa Pepper's video, what is it? Trifoliate. Type it out, Papa Pepper. Trifoliate something citrus. I remember the trifoliate part. I also remember that it's thorny, but yeah, that's a trade-off. And the thing about it's not orange. Is it an orange variety or like a lemon or lime variety? But the thing is, there's a lot of uses for citrus other than making orange juice out of it. A lot of cleaners are made out of citrus. It's good for baking. It's good for flavoring. You can do flavored drinks, and squeeze it. I don't know. But I got a feeling we're going to be learning from Papa Pepper what to do with all of that citrus that he's growing. Hey, there's Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse. Trifoliate citrus. Yeah, I need some seeds, buddy.
It's raining out.
Is it really?
We're supposed to get a storm, so if we go out.
Yeah, it's supposed to start rain. It's supposed to rain until like early Monday morning.
I just let Fifi in. She'd walk right by me.
Yeah, Fifi doesn't mind other people. Thanks, Drew, for the citrus video.
The hell is that?
I lived in Chicago, Illinois, taking public transportation every day, rain or shine or snow. I was going from Wrigleyville to downtown Congress and Dearborn every day on public transportation. What would you do?
Get wet.
And then go work 8 hours?
U.S. Army
in
taught me
office?
carrying one of them is taboo.
You didn't work for 8 hours in an office in downtown Chicago.
I would never be in Chicago.
Well, I was working downtown.
He gets in my truck. What was that? Yesterday?
I wore a tie every single day.
He's walking in. He gets in my truck with an umbrella. I'm like, dude,
it was raining.
What are you doing? We don't use umbrellas in Arkansas.
Yeah, so he's gonna make lemonade substitute with them tomorrow.
At least get one that folds up that fits in your man bag.
I do have one of the small. I think it's in Boss Hog. Yeah, that's the one.
We do have bad storms supposedly.
This was left here by the previous owner of this house, but I have one of those that collapses. That's the small one.
It's haunted.
It fit into my briefcase. I carried a briefcase and an umbrella, and I worked in downtown Chicago and wore a tie every single day, taking public transportation. Been there, done that.
That is a fact about
fighting for a Taxpayers' Rights Foundation, which was trying to educate people about all the taxes that we're paying on stupid things.
I bet the Army people now carry them because the Army's not the same. I bet. No, the only branch I think that could carry an umbrella was the Air Force, because the Army would not allow it. I wouldn't want one anyway, but they give you raincoats.
I have raincoats. I had to stand outside waiting on the bus, and then I took a transfer to the train.
If you had an umbrella,
transfer that to another bus.
If you had an umbrella on a military base, the MPs would pull you over or stop you and take it away. That's true.
Could be a weapon. That's why.
Yeah. There's Vineyard Farmhouse.
Yeah.
There's Carlene Huff. I know her.
Yeah, White Rock. Jason. Never heard of an umbrella while in the Marine Corps.
Pepper's messing with you. You went to college on tuba scholarship.
Yeah. Yeah. But I got a business degree, and that helped me with my downtown Chicago job, wearing a tie, taking public transportation every day. Fighting for our freedom.
I don't know about that.
That's exactly right.
Fresh squeezed lemonade. There's Roberta. I never know what the man's going to get in, what he's going to have when he gets in my truck. At this point, it don't, you ain't bringing that to Fort Smith, are you?
If it rains.
If it rains, I'll drop you off at the door.
I can do some panhandling on that corner you told me about.
That's a good idea. That was one of my better ideas for, a YouTube video, but I can't get nobody in on it. They just don't have what it takes. there's a corner or an exit where you get off in Fort Smith. It's always full of people panhandling, you know, got the signs, homeless, whatever. I want to set up there with a bucket of money and hand it out to the people and see what their reaction is. I think that would be a good video. Just get dollar bills, you know, walk up to the cars and have your sign and just hand them $2, see what they do. I think that would be funny, but I'd probably get shot. Wouldn't that be good? There's 242 people in here, Jeff.
Wow.
He's in there doing dishes or something.
No, I'm feeding the cat.
Oh, he's feeding the cats. Yeah, they are being loud. That's why I don't like cats. I like cats, but
oh, because the back door is closed.
Well, yeah, it's raining. Fifi was standing there at the door wanting in.
Well, because it's raining.
Yeah. Yeah. I know when I lived in Las Vegas, there was a guy every day. I'd get off for work at the newspaper at the exit, and the same guy and girl were set up there every day, and they had an old car parked there. And she had the same act every time. When the light turned green, everybody leave, and then it would turn red again. She'd go through the same act. She'd start crying, and, you know, and they had like a car. They let the air out of the tire. They made more money than I did. I seen this every day for like 3 years. And Vegas is full of those kind of people. Trust me, they're making money. I just don't have I don't have what that takes to do that. But if you're going to, and people would hand them $10, $20, whatever. What is Dave? If we all gave Mike $2, he could do the dollar bill handout. I would do that. I tried to get these guys to do it. Jess at Tree Haven. Yeah, he thought it was, but you know, he don't want to do it either. We'd probably get arrested. That would be a great video, getting arrested.
Oh, Wanda Henry wants to have lunch. Yeah, we'll do it. Black Dog Meat Company. You didn't want to go there the other day. He wanted to go to the
and it was guess
Chinese
what? We didn't ever say about the Chinese the second time. It was good.
I've been there a few times. Yeah, that first time we went, it was not impressive.
No. Yesterday was good.
Yesterday was good. They got different selections on different days. We haven't been there for the cafe.
Well, we got there at 11. We got there at 11.
Yeah. And they brought out fresh stuff after our
it
first
was good
plate.
yesterday. We didn't
sell none of chicken. No, I got the Afghan, and you stole my camera.
I was on my Afghan high. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Now, I told them, restaurants, you got to give them at least 2 chances, you know. But a good restaurant should be good every time you go, no matter what time you go.
Yeah. That's why,
that's like the one we go to in Mena.
There are good. You know, there are people out there that will go to the same restaurant like same day every single week, and because it's consistent and yeah.
Or like, I mean, we went to the Rock Cafe here in town, and I used to eat there every day. It was terrible.
That was the only time I went there. I didn't want to. I wouldn't mind getting breakfast off their menu. I wouldn't mind trying that someday.
Yeah, they had like fried chicken and casseroles.
That was
casseroles are made out of leftovers.
They're buffet, and I'm not a casserole fan because they was filling full of cheap onions. And I don't like onions.
That never was great food. It was just, you know, it used to be cheap. It's not cheap anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying the Rock for their breakfast menu.
It's expensive, very expensive. You're going to spend $15.
It's $15 going to McDonald's.
Get a couple eggs. I never ate breakfast there.
Yeah,
but on Sundays
I make a good breakfast myself.
I think it's Saturdays. Yeah, Saturdays they have a breakfast buffet if they still have that.
See now
we'll go to that.
Yeah.
Then we can make our money's worth.
Yeah, because they got bacon and
pancakes,
sausage,
anymore.
Scrambled eggs. Yeah.
I think breakfast is one of the most fattening meals of the I do make it, eggs. I'll make eggs and put it on,
eggs and
make
meat.
on a tortilla. Make a
Leave out carbs.
Yep. I've been working on that.
I haven't. I've been eating pie.
With drinking that 7-Up. I went to sparkling water. No carbs, no calories.
Are there any decent restaurants left? Yeah.
Restaurant business is very hard to make it right now. There's no profit margins because all the stuff's going way up.
Yeah, they printed too much money. Inflation.
Peter, yeah, what'd you order there, Peter?
He went for the lunch buffet last week. He liked it.
No, he went to the breakfast. I remember he.
That's what he said. He went to the Rock for the lunch buffet last week.
Oh, lunch buffet. Okay. Peter's just like Mr. Everywhere now.
He'll like it.
Oh, quit talking about pancakes, man. I know, I love them. And
I have not made French toast in a while.
I quit eating them when they changed the Aunt Jemima mix to Pearl Milling Company. That one, man, if you knew the history behind Aunt Jemima, you know, watch what's his name. He got mad. He started his own pancakes, but she was a good woman. Did a lot of good things. Changed the name, made it Pearl Milling Company. I won't eat it. I ain't eating no Pearl Milling Company. I want my Aunt Jemima back.
Yeah, I like Biscuit. Those are my favorites.
And I bought some of the log cabin. You got to put all kinds of stuff in that log cabin. All you had to do with Aunt Jemima was add water. Man, it was good. Rooster.
Drew ate salad today. They had a horrible salad bar.
Oh, that is the worst salad bar ever.
Their salad bar was like nothing.
The best salad bar was where we all had that meetup. Western Sizzling.
And
that's good. We got to go. Maybe we'll go. Want to go there instead of Schlotsky?
I'd rather have that than Schlotsky.
Yep, we'll go there then. We'll film it. The salad bar.
But you get a pick. So whatever you fancy on my.
No, we get a more. Schlotsky's is expensive. If we both go there, that's $50. We can eat. I can eat.
That's why I didn't go to Schlotsky.
Here's what I liked about.
I do it for lunch,
but I get a veteran discount. It cost me $9 for the whole buffet.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a good deal.
But I mean, we could eat there for $20 and get full with the best salad bar. I'm gonna bring a GoPro. We'll film the salad bar. I didn't think of that till he said that.
Kodiak pancake mix. T. McD. I've had that. Somebody sent me a couple boxes of that. It was different. I didn't. It was different.
The reason I don't eat pancakes.
It's healthier. Kodiak is a lot healthier. That's why it's different.
It's the syrup, man. The syrup is what.
Man,
I'm overweight. I don't want to eat any of that stuff anymore.
But if you do the pure maple syrup, like real maple syrup, not high fructose corn syrup, you know,
there's Bobby.
That's different.
I never liked grits, Carlene. Never could stand grits. I don't care how you make them. That's like liver and onions. There people, you'll like the way I make them, or venison. I don't like deer meat. You'll like the way I make it. No, I don't. I never liked it. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah. Glenda loves Golden Corral. I didn't like Golden Corral.
God, they're nasty.
The one in Fort Smith was horrible when we were there. That Western Sizzling, like 10 times better.
Yeah,
Western Sizzling was 10 times better than Golden.
And it wasn't just gross when we went. The time before I went there, it was nasty. And like the mashed potatoes now, they're just instant. They're terrible. Everything tasted soggy and
it was terrible. Not good.
I will never go back there. But a lot of these restaurants, especially after COVID, they went to the cheapest, suppliers they could get. And I don't know how some of them stay in business.
Yeah, we had a Golden Corral in my hometown. They were good, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. But
I remember going to Golden Corral.
That one in Fort Smith was not good.
Yeah. Well, that's true. It's only as good as, but one bad experience at one, I'm never going to go back, you know.
Small world, we're going to starve.
Waffle House.
Do you have any idea how many chickens I have? I ain't going to starve. There'll be a lot of people starve before me. And once I get up to my new place, that whole front acre is going to be a food forest.
Well, there's two ways you don't starve.
I ain't going to starve.
Two ways.
Well, I might.
You have a lot of chickens and, meat. Or you have a lot of guns.
Yep. You either got to grow it or take it from somebody who...
There you go.
But if you got both, then you got both.
Right. Oh, IHOP pancakes. Oh, man. Those are... I remember them days coming out of the nightclubs and going to IHOP.
3 more days. She's going to IHOP. We had
I remember Bonanza and Sizzler.
Waffle House. We did not have an IHOP where I was growing up, so I did not experience much IHOP at all. We had a local place called Lums. Lums.
Another great place that they have up north is Perkins.
Oh yeah,
man, they have some good food.
Oh yeah, I went to Perkins.
Everything at Perkins. We go in there.
There was one in Decatur, Illinois.
Yep, that's where my grandmother lived.
Catfish place near Russellville. Man, my favorite catfish place went out of business. COVID. It was Dwayne's in Dover, Arkansas, just north of Russellville.
Now, that's one thing
we
the
used
Rock
to go there
has.
all the time.
The Rock Cafe on Fridays has a very good catfish.
Yeah. But there's Brown's Catfish in Russellville. They do a buffet. They're not all that bad. That'd be a good buffet if we're ever in Russellville to give it a try. But yeah, Perkins, you're right. We had a Perkins.
Well, we always worked
that was
nights.
in college. We'd be there at 1 a.m.
We get an hour. We get an hour lunch at the newspaper, and we'd go sit there and drink coffee. Graveyard shift. We get off at 4 in the morning, and it was a burger they put on like bread. What would they call that? A Frisco burger. Ooh, had like Thousand Island dressing on it. It was good.
Yeah, Frisco burger from Steak and Shake at 1 a.m.
Like good crusty. Then my buddy, we lived in Kentucky. I had a buddy, he'd always want to go to them Crystals. You get a whole bag of them little bitty burgers.
Yeah, no, I could never do those. Or White Castle, Crystals.
You'd eat that on Friday nights. You wouldn't come out of the bathroom.
I'm not a fan of onions. Probably because of that.
Yeah, you wouldn't come out of the bathroom until Monday morning. Nasty. But you could eat that kind of thing when you was 20 and 30 years old. You could eat anything you wanted. It wouldn't matter. Because you were working. You were active. It's when you get older, you can't eat those kind of things. It sucks.
Yeah. See, Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse, he knows. Going out to eat just isn't the same as it used to be.
Why he got like a hand on his toe? What is that?
It's my cursor.
Who has that? Oh, why did it do that?
I don't know, because of Windows 7.
Yeah, and that's another thing, like in California, that place. They want to pay the McDonald's workers $20 an hour.
Man, I work for $3.15 at McDonald's.
You don't make that kind of money. That's like a job for your first job.
That was my first. I was 15 years old.
I mean, I worked at Burger King, Hardee's,
picking up trash in the parking lot, emptying the trash cans in the lobby.
Captain D seafood. That was good. But you made minimum wage, man. You're supposed to. You're a kid. You're not supposed to make $1 million a year.
No, you're supposed to gain experience and
get the hell out of the fast
The
food
average
business.
person that's making minimum wage they get a raise within their first 6 months.
And if you work fast food, that was not easy work, man. That was hard, stressful work.
Good for a 15-year-old in high school. Picking up the trash in the parking lot, taking the trash out of the.
You didn't sit
cleaning
still.
the bathroom.
You got time to lean. You got time. You didn't. They were on you all the time.
Cleaning all the grease off of everything. I worked my way up. They finally let me cook.
I was French fry manager for a while. You ever been one of them?
No.
French fry manager. That's right. I was in charge of the French fries at Hardee's.
I was cooking the burgers after I worked my way up.
But I started, one of my first jobs was Burger King in Oklahoma. And then my grandparents lived in Ohio. I'd go visit them in the summer and I'd get a job at Burger King while I was there. So I had money to spend. This was like when I was a teenager. And you could walk in with and just like you were at the last, where you used to work. And just, they love that when they can hire somebody that was experienced.
Yeah. We got 250 people in here, Mike.
That's because I can flip a burger.
Yeah, you can. I can flip a burger. Did you, McDonald's, we didn't have to flip them, though. Because we had that sear thing that we put on top of it. So it cooked both sides.
Remember when they used to have birthday? I remember when I was at school, they'd have birthday parties at McDonald's.
Oh,
Take you on a tour of how everything was done.
We kept, I tell you, my McDonald's, we kept a clean ship in the back of the house.
I worked at Hardee's, Burger King, Captain D's. I don't think they had those.
Never heard of that one.
Oh, they were big, like from Kentucky down. Who else I worked for? Just some local restaurants. Man, I washed dishes. When I was like 14, you could work at 14 back then. I hired on as a busboy and a dishwasher. I don't think they even have those anywhere anymore. They used to give you real plates.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Not anymore.
They do. It's few and far between, though.
You'd bust tables and then wash and we'd crank music in there, washing dishes, man. That was before headphones or any of that, earbuds or any of that. And when the restaurant closed, we'd have beer. We'd sell beer at the restaurant, and we'd all sit around for a couple hours drinking beer. Owner didn't care. I mean, it was good. And I was 14.
Is there a statute of limitations on that? You better be careful.
They're all dead and gone.
I did not drink beer at 14.
Oh, I drank it at 13.
I never. Yeah, I was at church camp when I was 16.
But McDonald's food was better back then. Your burger, you get one Big Mac or a quarter pounder with cheese, it'd fill you up. I got to get like 4 of them, and they're $10 a piece.
They're Judy Jules and Big Italian. They stole my cheese.
You was selling cheese.
I wasn't selling it. They just stole it now. I left it in their cooler. Because they had room in their cooler, and
They ate it.
I hope they did, because
dogs love cheese. They got dogs.
They got chickens.
Patty White says, my dad would load his Coke machine with beers. We had cold ones when I went to basic training in '83, Fort Leonard Wood had beer machines. And I was on the 3rd floor of the barracks, and we had this one guy, he's crazy. He'd take the pillowcase off his pillow, and we'd send him down to the beer machine. He'd load it up, come in. Oh, we got busted one night. I tell you what, it was the worst week ever anybody had in basic training. But yeah, it was like 50 cents for a beer, so we'd give him a whole bunch of quarters. He'd climb down the barracks. They had like a little ledge on each floor. And somehow this guy, he would get down one floor and then he'd jump. And then we'd have
like Mike from DD5.
Then we'd have a couple sheets tied together and we'd haul his butt back up. And we'd sit there, and he'd have that pillowcase loaded with beers, man. And I highly doubt, look at there, you got a super chat.
Oh, there we go. Mike and Jeff, you never know what will happen right there. Yeah.
He appreciates that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
But that same guy we would send to the commissary or whatever, and he would get candy and stuff. Well, we lived good. That guy never got in trouble. We didn't snitch on him. So that's why we all paid, because we wouldn't snitch.
Yeah.
Today, they'd snitch you out in a heartbeat,
Oh, I hear thunder. Thank you so much, Joseph Compton. He was at wasn't he at the Western Sizzlin'?
Yeah. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
there. Yeah, might want to look at the radar, see what we're looking at here.
Oh yeah.
There was some pretty nasty storm. I mean, that Andy Hill was on, and all them weather guys. So, but it was up in Tulsa, so it ought to be coming around here. I don't know. We're looking at the weather. One thing I notice nowadays, when you get a storm, they're terrible. Every one of them now. Heavy thunderstorms. You got radar. Well, he's putting it up there. I'm not doing all that.
You can learn.
I don't want to learn nothing anymore.
Yeah, you do.
No. Ryan Hall, I don't think he was on tonight. His little sidekick, Andy Hill, was on. All right. Oh, yeah. It's coming. Hit the forward thing so we see which direction it's going.
Yeah.
Where's Fort Smith? Man, it's moving slow. No, we're going to get lucky. Oh, that's moving below us.
Yeah, the Waldrons.
We're getting rain, but I don't think we're going to get anything nasty. We've had a lot of rain this week. All week long it's rained.
Yeah, we're in the... we get a little dark green. That would be heavier rain. The darker the green, the heavier the rain.
Yeah, we're not going to get tornadoes or high winds, probably.
Yeah, the yellow is the high winds. We're not in any yellow.
What time is it? We're almost through it.
This goes to 2 a.m.
Wow.
From now until 2 a.m.
I'm really up that late.
You never know, though. We still got 246 folks in here. All right, enough. That's the weather.
Stop.
And we're going to get...
Patty White, just stop bragging about all your... It hasn't been that much. It's just been a slow... I bet we probably haven't even got an inch of rain. But it's just been over a week's,
When did those come in? Oh, I don't even want to know. Anyway.
Well, most of that's in Missouri. That's where that... What's his name lives. Well, you don't live there no more.
No, show Missouri. Yeah, I don't know. That's Windows built-in weather. Do you ever use this one?
No, I use AccuWeather.
I remember when AccuWeather first started. AccuWeather first started as a fax service. And that's when I was working for Marriott Hotels. They would send us a fax every morning that we would display on our front desk so that the guests could check out what the weather was.
Does anybody use faxes machines anymore?
I don't know. We did in the 90s.
I don't know. Yeah, I've used that. That's how I used to find jobs, man. I would get a 1-800 phone book. If I was looking for a job out of state, and I'd find all the newspapers or printing companies, and then it would list their 800 number, and I'd call them and ask for their fax number and who to send the resume to. I never had a problem finding a job before the internet. That's how you used to do it.
Yeah, go through the...
No.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, or you just call. I just call. I didn't waste time. If you're looking for a job in another state, I worked for major newspapers. So I would, if I wanted to work at Fresno Bee, I'd call. Can you put me through to the press room manager? Hey, man, y'all looking for pressmen? Usually the non-union shops, they wouldn't let you talk to anybody. But I was in the union, and then I also worked for non-union. Back in that day, the union was the thing. You wanted to be a union guy. Nowadays, not. But I was all,
nowadays you want a job.
Yeah, you just want a job, and unions are nothing now. And towards the end, I was in a union shop. You just paid dues, and they didn't represent you or nothing. It was a waste of time and money. And now I'm trying to find out. We don't even know who our union turned into the Teamsters, and now they're not in the Teamsters, so nobody knows who to call to get your pension. I've got a pension. I don't even know how to get it. I gave up, man. paid into that for 20-something plus years. I don't even know how to get a pension. Because
the Teamsters had a lot of their leadership that have been indicted over the years. I'm just going to say that.
Unions had their time. They were good, but then they got corrupt, and but the union shops paid well. So that's why I left Oklahoma. Went to Minneapolis and went to Denver, went to Des Moines, because that's where you made the money. But I'd always come back home. If I would have done that same job in Tulsa, I would have made nothing. And they still don't pay nothing. But everything I did in life led up to here, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, even if you could go back,
I never dwell on woulda, coulda, shoulda, because everything I've done in life, and believe me, everything I've done in life hasn't always been good, but I'm here. And I think
can't go back and change it.
Life is forward, though. I think life is nothing but a lesson. Can you survive through your lifetime and learn something and change? Everybody has not everybody, but I had a wild teenage years, younger years. You probably wouldn't have liked me back then. I still maintain some of that.
Fraternity.
I still maintain some of that attitude in my head. I don't feel almost 60, but I'm still rowdy. Still like to have fun and get in trouble.
Good night, R&F Firestone Chickens.
They got chickens made out of tires. That's cool.
Debbie thinks we both. I had an afternoon nap. I don't think you had one today.
One, no.
So that's why I'm all good.
I was
David Moffat. If I knew then what I know now, I'd be rich. Ain't that the truth? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a waste of time to think, well, I should have did this and feel guilty about it.
No, you'll be more productive thinking about your future.
Just think about the future. That's all you got. You don't have the past.
You got to clean out your shed. We got to go.
I was
not
doing
on Monday.
I was doing that Monday.
But you're not doing it Monday. It's going to be muddy. We're going to get rain all day tonight.
It's not muddy there. It's gravel.
Well, I'm trying to give
you. Let's go to Aldi's.
I didn't say we had to go to on Monday.
I like it, man. Hey, that's an excuse. That'll work. But I don't have to clean up. That shed's going to
You might find something at Aldi's that'll help you organize your
shed.
We'll
go Monday, but here's the deal.
Is there anything you need to organize
Maybe
your
Tuesday
shed?
I do the shed. You come over.
I'm going to have to do that.
I need an extra cameraman for what I've got planned.
Yeah.
This is going to be Dogman's greatest
So Monday
video.
Monday we do what I want. Tuesday
people like to see things cleaned up, like the lawn mowing. I don't get that, but I sit there and watch Al Blades. He's mowing grass, but it's satisfying. So that's what I'm going to make my shed cleanup video.
All right, there we go.
He's going to help with the
camera. Oh, a super sticker from Julie Fleming. Thank you
never heard of. She's not
look at those two little puppies in her.
I don't like puppies. I don't like dogs. But thank you. Oh, this is your channel.
Yeah,
your super sticker.
Yeah, but she's a dog person. I'm just pointing that out.
I've never been to Aldi's, so it'll be my first
Mark
time.
Robinson, you've never been to an Aldi's?
Never.
Wow.
My parents keep on me go to Aldi's, so I'm gonna if they have
dog check out. I've never been to an Aldi's, so there we go. You're gonna introduce
me. I have to write a song about this day.
Well, yeah.
He ain't never been to Aldi's. I ain't never been to Aldi's. I could be like that Anthony Oliver guy, man. That dude is huge.
He just got like a contract.
Yeah, like I knew he wouldn't turn down everything, man. But he's good.
Well, and he needs somebody because he put that song out there. He's got no way to collect royalties. There were a million YouTube channels that did reactions.
I like the
way he ain't gonna get a penny from it.
I like the way he did it, though. He put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
He didn't go to no.
Yeah.
He's going to be huge.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Funny though, when he talks, he don't sound like he's from the South.
He's not. He's from the East. He's from the upper Appalachian East. Well, actually,
but when he sings, he's like hillbilly as hell.
Well, he's the redhead, so
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna check out all
these union members. Well, for over 24 years, man. You know, I'll say this about, and I witnessed this at the newspapers. If you're in a union shop, there are people in there that have been in there for 30, 40 years, workers that are lazy, and the union protects them. And I used to hate that. They don't pull their weight. They can't be fired, you know. I used to be strong for the unions, but there were guys that were worthless, and it was all seniority. If you had the seniority, they always had the prime vacation times. You know, you could never get a vacation I would have to take a vacation in January.
It was based on seniority.
Yeah, because they never quit their jobs. They never could get fired. I was forced to January or February. So I'd have to take somewhere and go to Vegas or go south. But yeah, the union should have went out in probably the 80s, because after that, I don't know. I made my money, but I pissed it all away when I did make it. I didn't really.
Women are evil. That's all.
I didn't get responsible until I moved here. I mean, I was 47, 48 years old when I moved here. Pretty sad.
Oliver is already a millionaire from that one.
Yeah, but he put up all out, and they're all doing well.
Yeah, he had four songs in the top 10.
I like that 90-something Chevy. That's my favorite song he did. I got it.
Yeah, Ain't Got a Dollar.
Yeah.
That was. So it was more than one. The one was the.
You could put that 90-something Chevy on there because it's on YouTube.
Yeah, but now that he's got representation,
no, you can play it on there though, couldn't you? It's already on YouTube. It's not copyrighted. You can put it in the live.
I'm betting you he signed a contract and they got it on the phone to YouTube the next day. If I were Olive Anthony, that's what I'd want the YouTube revenue from. I don't know.
He's already
can go look it up.
Yeah, it's not his real name.
His name isn't Oliver. It's
that's
Christopher
grandfather's
Lundstrom, something like that.
His grandfather started his music company.
Grandfather.
But now he's stuck with it. Yeah, he can't change it now.
And that's a good thing too. You'd rather be known as an alias.
I have a stage name.
I wish I'd used an alias like 20 years ago.
You got a stage name. I got a stage name.
Yeah, I'm Bobblehead. You're Dogman.
Yeah. Drew don't have a stage name. He's Drew.
Bob doesn't like people, so Bob's not going to come up while Mike's here. I saw him walk by a second ago.
Remember Bob? You saying cats don't like me?
Bob and Grumpy don't like folks.
Come here, Bob.
Fifi wouldn't. Fifi's not a lap cat. See, there he goes.
The male cat. I had 3 cats in my cabin before I got Rooster. I had one named Satan, and that was when I was living in the 5th wheel. And I bought a couch and I put it in the cabin, and I just had recliners, and I kicked back, and Satan got on my chest, and he was behaving. And then all of a sudden, just right before I drifted off, he's like, smack me in the face, claws out. I threw him across the room. Like, you are the last cat I will ever have.
Oh, Drew's calling you Doggy Man.
I am Doggy Man. Oh. Drew, don't talk about names, okay? Yeah, you don't want to do that. That boy has it coming like you wouldn't believe.
It's raining. They do not want to go out.
Drew has a stage name. What's Drew's stage name?
Nemo.
It's Drew.
Nemo.
Oh, Clownfish. There you go, Roberta. We all know his stage name, Clownfish. Still 231. You've been in here an hour and a half. You just got another We just got our buffet paid for. I did not diss your dogs, Julie.
Awesome. I got cat business going on.
Cat business.
Julie Fleming, all right. For Jeff and Mike to hit the buffet, I didn't. It went off.
Well, Debbie Drock already
Julie.
paid for tomorrow's buffet.
Thank you, Debbie.
That was in the card that I threw in the dumpster that I forgot was on that package.
Oh, that's your latest video.
And then I remembered she taped the card to the box that had the address, and I'm like, I better go get that card. There's Debbie there. And so I go get the card, and I didn't know there was a $20 bill in it. I went and I had to get in the dumpster to get it because it was empty. And so I cut the card out with my pocket knife. I get back to the house, and I read the card. It had like a penguin on it. And there was a $20 bill in there. It said, lunch for you and Jeff. So I'm like, man, if I hadn't went out and got that card, it would be in the dump. So, but thank you, Debbie. I did. Don't tape a card to the outside of a box. It was like tape. You had to cut the thing out. But that was on the Afghan box. So not only did she send me an Afghan, she bought Jeff and I lunch for Monday. And I don't have my wallet. It's in my wallet now. I don't use cash much. Union should have went nationwide strike when NAFTA was put. NAFTA ruined this country. NAFTA and that's Bill Clinton's fault. And the people that put him in there. And we're not going to go politics, but you're right there. I mean, before that, this country made products. You know, we were still importing a lot of things, but nothing, everything. You know, I catch a lot of crap from products I review. I know they're made in China. If you took everything out of your home that was made in China, guess what? You wouldn't have nothing. You wouldn't have nothing. If you took everything out of your home in 1979 that was made in China, you'd have everything. So think of that. And I don't think there's any coming back from that.
Well, we went in one direction. We can go the other direction again. It's not going to happen overnight, but it can happen. One thing is your food you can take control of.
Yeah, no. The food is
China owns our bacon. China owns 85% of the pork industry in the United States of America. We need to take back our bacon.
The food is one of the biggest problems because in the 70s, you didn't have all the crap that's in the food today because there were no overweight people like they are today.
Drew's giving you someone give this dude an e-bike so he can ride it 3 times and put it on the back porch.
That ain't happening. E-bike, I'll be on that all day, man. I'll have backup batteries with a backpack, and I've never in my life put a backpack on me. But
yeah, you can ride down to Drew's place and photobomb his camera.
It's
not
coming.
That he's got camera.
I don't have an e-bike yet, but it's coming. We're all going to have an e-bike gang, and we're going to harass this area.
I'm not getting an e-bike. I don't.
Because you don't check your email. Let's check your email and see how much free crap you have.
I know, but I don't promote stuff made in China. It's just a personal thing. I don't blame anybody else who does it. You're right. If I buy stuff made in China, for me, that's bad enough.
Everything on this table is made in China.
I know, but I don't have to promote it.
It kills me when people say, "Oh, it's made in China." Show me something that's not made in China in your house, and you show me. That would be a YouTube channel.
I'm not telling anybody else not to do it.
Would that be a good video or not? I am going to have an all-American made house because you can't do it. Even if you bought lumber, it was cut with a Chinese blade.
I tell you, a channel that does their best to avoid stuff made in China, and that's different. Doug and Ashley.
Simply Jam, we buy American. How do you know that?
Yeah.
You don't know that. You don't really know that because they lie to you. There's no law that says you have to disclose. It may be assembled in America, but the parts were made in China.
Well, like all of our cars now, like Buick. The entire Buick brand is made in China right now. But even all the Ford, everybody has stuff made in China.
Actually, Drew.
Everything.
Drew would be the one guy, ain't nothing he's got made in China because everything he's got.
He's got a GoPro.
Oh, yeah. But
He's
I mean, like his cars.
Got a camera.
His cars. None of his cars are made
None of his cars would have parts made in China.
Oh, I don't think any American cars have parts.
Well, he's got a 2000.
China can't make cars, and Russia can't make cars. They've never mastered that.
Dude,
they make the chips and stuff.
No, they're making cars in China and shipping them to the United States right now. Buick, all Buicks are made in China the past 2 years.
I ain't heard.
Yep. Stellantis.
Yeah, what is? I never heard.
Lexus.
Dodge changed their name to Stellantis. What is that? Who owns them? China?
No, it's Dodge.
I seen that the other day.
Stellantis isn't
the big three automakers. Stellantis. I'm like, who the frick is that?
It's
I never
Buick.
Heard of that.
No,
it's Chrysler, Dodge.
Chrysler, Dodge. No, Buick.
The big three.
Buick
Ford, Chevy, and Chrysler, or Dodge.
Yeah. See, Stellantis is like also Fiat and Peugeot and Renault.
You call me Ricky Bobby now.
The Tahoe's Lindsay's.
That boy, he doesn't even realize.
Man, I saw a 1999 Chevy Suburban original. Oh yeah, it was only $3,500 if I had the money.
Mark Robinson says, "My prescription glasses made in America." I'll bet you the frames ain't.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody knows. There's no way. I've never bought a pair of glasses. I've been wearing them since I was 7. That comes with a thing that says where it's made.
Yeah, I gotta pull up Stellantis now. I watch Scotty Kilmer. Not every single. I watch a lot of his videos, not all of them.
Okay, when we do the shed video, I'm gonna put everything that's made in China in one corner. I bet you still chainsaws aren't made there, but I bet you the frames or the bodies are. Well, who is Stellantis and why did they change the name?
All right.
Oh, they're from Amsterdam. Okay, well we can do that. Why is an Amsterdam company now one of the big 3?
All right. Stellantis is a multinational automotive manufacturing corporation formed from the merger of the Italian-American conglomerate Fiat Chrysler.
Oh, they make terrible.
And the
Fiat.
French PSA Group.
Italians make terrible.
The company is headquartered in Amsterdam. As of 2022, Stellantis is the 4th largest automaker by sales, behind Toyota, Volkswagen, and Hyundai.
What the hell happened to Leo Coca?
Kia and Hyundai are the same thing for the most part.
We don't know who's what or who's who anymore. Who makes Spam? I bet you China makes Spam.
So Stellantis is Alfa Romeo, Chrysler, Citroen, Dodge, Fiat, Jeep, Maserati, Mopar, Opel, Peugeot.
I've never liked any Dodge, Chrysler, Mopar products.
I've had most of my cars have been Dodges.
Every one
They've
I've
been
ever
cheap
owned
and useful.
Every one I've ever owned was a piece of crap.
You've got
very few. I've owned
they turn into crap really quick.
Yeah.
They do.
The best.
But I had a Dodge Colt. I've
always been a Chevy guy, man.
I Dodge Neon.
I'm still a Chevy guy, but I'll tell you what, that Ford pickup.
I have 2 Dodge Dakota pickups.
Ford pickups are, I would say, Ford and Chevy pickups are the best. I got each. I got one of each.
Toyota.
Well, I've got a Chevy, but I haven't seen it in a year. Who puts a truck in a shop and it's there for a year and ain't even started on?
Yeah, that's because you're his friend, Mike. That's
I'm going to tow it out of there and fix it myself.
Because you're his friend.
I worked for the guy. I know how to fix
I know.
it. I just don't. I can't get under it and do that stuff anymore. What is a spam thing?
They are smelted, but I don't know what spam thing.
Go to my page and look at my community page and look at my picture with the glasses and what shirt I'm wearing. Right there. Scroll down. Keep going. I worked there for the guy. We pulled engines and I found them glasses. We pulled an engine out of a car and I found those in the car. My truck has been in there for, we're friends. So what do I do?
Yeah, he knows.
He got mad at me once with the truck, so I don't know. Ooh, I just got to 10.4.
Yeah? You get a few new
Something
subs?
must be rocking on my channel. I don't know. That ain't that last video.
Well, we still got 229 folks in here. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday.
Almost 2 hours.
How far is Jeff's new property? It's about an hour from here.
I will still see him because I go to Boonville every single week. I'll have to drive by it every week. So ain't really nothing. The only thing that's going to change are probably these nighttime live streams.
Yeah.
Because I'm not driving to Boonville.
But yeah, and I want like Ollie's. I've never been there, but Aldi's. I wouldn't mind doing like a monthly Aldi's run.
Just pick you up, and we'll hit 10. And
we can meet in Boonville, and we could even meet at that rest stop. That'd make it easier for both of us.
That rest stop. No, you'd have to come. That wouldn't make sense.
Oh yeah. Well, if you're going from here,
that's right at the 2371. Yeah.
So that'd be like, and then I could park there. We could that'd be. Well, it depends. We'll still be getting together.
Mark Robinson says the $5 American Eagle gold coin made in America. I bet the parts that stamped it weren't made in America.
It's too bad we're not using the gold standard anymore.
The sad thing is we used to make almost everything, man. And we just to. Bill Clinton signed that all the way.
I voted for Bill Clinton.
I will take
blame. I voted for him in 92.
I think wait a minute. Who did he run against?
92 is against Bush.
I voted for Bush. And my first election
it was Ross Perot that was warning us about the giant sucking sound you would hear of our jobs leaving America. It was Ross Perot who had
a lot of talk like this.
Yep. Yeah. But he was the one who got it right.
Gold is probably the best investment that anybody. Why would you say gold is not the best investment?
Because you can't eat it.
Okay. I bet you can eat. I'll bet you $100 I could eat some gold.
You might be able to trade it, but
then you know what would happen like a day later? I'd crap gold.
Wow.
And I'd make a video on that. I guarantee. Ain't every day you see somebody crapping gold.
But if you're still making videos, then gold is. Anyway.
Ain't nothing like a golden turd, buddy.
Oh, I wish I had a chicken that laid a golden eggs.
I didn't even know.
Try it for purple.
Did Ross Perot even run? I thought he didn't even make it.
Well, the 92 he ran the full thing. In 96 they came after his family and he dropped out.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Although he was still in the ballot in 96 on a bunch of states, but
I have never seen any reason to invest in silver. And I worked for a pawn shop for 6 years. It goes up, but it's never going to be like gold, man. Never going to be like gold. Ever since the beginning of time, gold, it's nothing but a shiny metal.
Silver tracks with gold, though. It's just, like a tenth of.
I'm not saying don't buy silver. I mean, silver's way up.
It's better than sticking dollar bills on your mattress. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, currency's worthless.
Yeah, they keep printing more of it,
and you can afford to invest in. I mean, you're better off investing in gold that you physically have than you would be buying CDs or anything like that, because gold is always going to be worth something.
Physical asset.
Man, it's
land,
up there.
They're not making any more land. And then, I think in the ultimate stuff hits the fan scenario, food is the most important commodity.
I just hope to God I die before the end of this world, because it's coming real soon, man. Real soon. And I've heard that all my life growing up in the South. Oh, the tribulation and all that's coming. We're already in that, you know. I don't know what you believe.
I want to grow more of my own food. You're right, Judy Jules. I'm going to do that too. I got a lot to learn. Grow perennial foods.
Gold and silver has always been God's money. God don't have money. Okay? Money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, and they went fishing to feed the people. That's what they did.
I am not a Bible expert, but I don't see anything positive in the Bible that promotes money.
Reap unto Caesar what is his, anyway. Bullets. That's a commodity.
That's like gold.
Yeah.
I collect those.
Yeah.
A lot of bullets.
Pellets.
It's sad because you got to fear your own species, your own fellow man. And anybody that don't think that's true, think again.
I saw a pack of dogs running down the street for the first time in a long time tonight. Remember that German Shepherd that was over here? It was that one. There was a big white dog. There was a big black dog. There was a smaller black dog that had like a Dalmatian. I'm just wondering if you've seen them around anymore. They didn't stick around outside my front door for long, I'll tell you that.
They don't come up to my place. They sense that other dogs are there, I guess, Millie and Tilly, which they don't do nothing.
Well, yeah, they don't want to test it. But I don't know if you've seen that pack of dogs.
Guys, every video I watch now, I mean, watch that Peter Sentinello, the one we put up, talked about earlier with Titus. Everybody that picked them up hitchhiking, Peter asked, what do you think of how we are today? And everybody says, everybody that is a normal human being or an American, we're in trouble. Look at the guy we have leading us right now. The guy.
Look at our choices.
That guy is the biggest.
Look at our choices for the past. Nah, don't give me
that guy doesn't know where he's like a puppet.
You got to take control of your own lives. You got to form a community, make friends, help each other out, take care of each other. That's what we got to do, because they're not coming to save us.
We look so foolish in the world's eyes. I mean, we do. Our government, man, they are the biggest embarrassment of my lifetime. I cannot believe. I just can't believe what I see. I don't even want to get into it. It's just, I look at the news every day and I'm like, I can't believe what I see. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I mean, Trump, when he was in, even when Trump was in, I mean, he's not a normal type dude, but man,
he printed money and then increased the inflation.
He was nothing like this guy. This guy's embarrassing.
He was very similar to this guy as far
we might as well go to nursing homes and pick people and say, okay, you're going to run, you're going to run.
Yeah.
And what'd you say? Did you say fun? Oh, I want some. And then we'll elect them, because that's what we did. I didn't do it. I didn't vote last time. So
we haven't had anybody to vote for our rights and our freedoms.
I guess I have no right to complain because I didn't vote, but that vote wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, you have a right to complain. You have a right to complain that we haven't had anybody who would vote to protect and defend our Constitution from enemies, foreign and domestic. There's not been one single president in my lifetime on the ballot who could honestly take that oath. Not a single one in my lifetime could honestly take that oath.
Reagan. Reagan was...
Nope, he couldn't honestly take that oath.
Well, you're going to pick apart everybody,
but
I mean, out of the last...
Either you're honest or you're not.
Last 40 years, he was probably the best of the whole lot.
Except he's playing policeman to the world and sending arms for hostages.
But he was a good actor.
Well, yeah, whatever.
I seen him as some cowboy.
He was the last one who raised the Social Security tax to the 15.3% that it is now. Reagan did nothing to shrink the size of our federal government.
I wanted Andy Griffith to run, and he never did.
Yeah.
He was my favorite actor. He died on my birthday.
Yeah?
Pissed me off. I mean, on my birthday. July 3rd. Oh, I never told that. Never mind. Can you reverse it?
Nope, I ain't deleting it in the morning either.
Jimmy Carter. He was the younger version of who we have now, only he's old, and he's still alive. I think Jimmy Carter is still in office right now. He's like 100, and he's in hospice. But they'd probably elect him.
Jimmy Carter was a decent man. He was a decent,
but he did more. He did more after he was president.
He was clueless as the president, though.
I remember that who won from him? Reagan?
Yeah, Reagan beat him.
Then they released the hostages. Remember the Iran hostages?
I know.
That lasted forever.
That was corruption.
As soon as Reagan got in, they released
corruption at the highest level.
Because they didn't like Carter.
Yep. The deep state, which probably took out Kennedy.
But Carter was an old Democrat. The old Democrats used to believe the way that
he's from Georgia.
Do. Yeah.
He was
Arkansas. Our road, this is a true fact, guys. On our road, 70% of the people, you probably won't believe this, it's on the internet, are Democrats. 70%, but it's not the Democrats that you know now.
It's the welfare Democrats who want that handout.
It's the old Southern Democrats
who want that handout.
But everybody thinks, Arkansas, Republican. No, it's not the way.
Well, it is statewide.
Yeah, but not this road.
But their mentality is of the old Southern Democrats. But now they vote for.
You watch the guy that lives across from me. He always runs, and he's a Democrat. And he's the one that raises him fighting racers and all that, But he's like 80 years old. He's always been there. How do we get into politics? Get out of that.
Yeah.
Let Reagan, let Bush be GMO to our country.
They've all been bad.
All they need to do is let the normal guys in there.
Read the U.S. Constitution. Read the Declaration of Independence. Read the Federalist Papers.
Quit electing lawyers.
Understand the principles upon which this country was founded. We were a beacon of freedom to the world. We are no longer a beacon of freedom. We're a beacon of idiocracy to the world. But if we can get back to those principles that we were founded upon, I think the American people, if we're given a choice, will get back to that at some point. But it's going to get darker before
political talk is losing.
Before we get there,
we need to put on Alexa. You turned it off. You knew I was coming.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Alexa, you got any Barry Manilow for me?
See, you're going to get me demonetized, and I don't get a monthly check every month. Alexa, stop.
They're not going to hear that in there.
We need a convenience store clerk for government positions. I'd trust somebody from a convenience store better than any of the two.
Now, when Jeff's mad, he's got that face, that look. He's fuming. Look at him.
You got 60 strikes on one video. I don't need that.
And they loved it. It was the best live we ever did.
We got to do it on Rumble, though. Maybe we should go live on Rumble. I don't know how to go live on Rumble yet.
Yeah, I've been watching some of them Rumble.
How are you doing on Rumble?
I haven't looked in 2 weeks. I don't know.
You were getting some good views on some of your videos.
What's my videos on there automatically? I don't know.
Oh, I know. I got to find it.
Maybe we should do a live one. Invite all the YouTube people over. See how many people show up. That's the other.
See, you already got 21 followers.
I'm not on Rumble with that channel. Why is? Oh, okay, yeah. I had to invent a new name because they wouldn't let Dogman. Somebody had it.
Oh yeah.
I wonder who has that. I bet it's one of them.
Well, you're not getting
conspiracy.
But look
guys.
at that. You got 44 videos. You put your that one up. That one got 8 views. That one got 23 views. So I've never.
I ain't made a dime on it though.
Yeah, I think I have made it. No, I think I'm at 9 cents.
Well, we'll see when I do the 31 days of videos. Maybe I'll. Oh, is that me?
No.
That's mine. You. You made $7.
No, I've made 33 cents in my lifetime. That's my payout for ads. $1.72.
There's people on there though that are making it.
Oh yeah.
They kicked off YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Like Russell Brand, other people.
Hey man, I got a full roll of duct tape.
I just got some. I emptied out my minivan.
Look how much money I'm making you.
Some duct tape. Thank you, Julie.
I'm making you all kinds of money.
Yeah, you always do.
Obviously, she's never seen one of our lives. We're always choking each other.
Yeah. Only twice a month. But yeah, Rumble.
33
but yeah,
cents.
see, YouTube does a good job of exposing our channels to other people. Rumble doesn't do that. If you want a good following,
like
you got to create your old following on.
How old is Rumble? It ain't very old.
Yeah, it's only. But they do have some big channels over there that are making some good money, and they're growing. You know, YouTube. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, that's why I set it up to where all the videos I post on YouTube automatically go on there. So, you know, if they kick me off or they go under, you know.
Yeah.
I think if YouTube goes under, they're all going under. Something happened.
Yeah, you're right about that.
YouTube is growing to be like the #1 entertainment.
Stuff can change. It's hard to predict the future. We think we can, but something happens, and yeah.
Judy goes, that is lemonade. When you got to come to Jeff's, you know, you just fix you up something. A cocktail. It is.
Yeah, Judy Jules recorded opening the gift. Yeah, go check out Judy Jules. How many? We got to promote them too. Let's go. Let's promote Judy Jules. How many subscribers does she have?
Who the hell are they?
You met them at my birthday party.
I never heard no Judy Jules.
Yeah, you have. She's your number 2 fan.
I watched that big Italian guy. Yeah, he's on there cooking, you know, Italian sausages and things like that.
Here we go. Judy Jules and the Big Italian. They are in the Hot Springs, Arkansas area. They came to my birthday party. Here they've got, there you go, Bobbleheads Homestead Groovy Moving birthday party.
Is that like their old picture there?
Yeah.
Man, it was young looking. We all were.
We were young at some point.
No, I got some pictures of her.
Yeah.
God, to think, I could think back 30 years ago, it was like yesterday, man.
Mm-hmm.
You never thought about gaining weight or sugar or carbs. None of that crap. None of that.
But she's a 179. Can we get to a 199? So we got 20 people out there.
That's all they got is 100.
That's like 10% of the folks that are watching right now.
They're good people.
They are good people. They are. And they're trying and they're helping. They're showing up and they're, putting it out there. They're being the change they want to see in the world. They've got They got some of my chickens, or at least you did.
I'm just kidding, Judy. I watch your videos.
But there we go. Judy Jules and the Big Italian. We'll be meeting up with them more often.
I try to get in all the people's, if they do live streams, help them out.
I don't have enough time in the world for all that, but I do what I can. Yeah.
Quit raining, storming.
Yeah.
You can't believe anything them weather people say.
Uh-oh.
Oh, new channel coming soon.
We've got a
Clownfish Adventures.
There we go. How do I...
What is that going to be?
How do I... Dude, I can't click on the link.
What's he doing? Changing his name or what? Or starting a second channel?
Yeah, he's going to do a reaction channel with his new computer.
Well, he's going to make fun of us. You know he is.
But his first review is going to be one of your videos.
He's going to build up the biggest.
He's just been waiting for you to do
the biggest payback he's ever going to get, and we're going to catch that on film. He don't know when it's coming. It could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be next year, but it's coming.
All right, I'm going to mess stuff up here for a second because I need to get that link.
I got to go let Bob in.
That'll work. Don't leave that door closed.
Don't leave it closed? God, this house is dangerous.
All right. Oh!
You got my picture on that?
No. But I found his new channel. Wait, how do I get rid of this? Hide current comment. There we go. Drew's Lens Reacts has 17 subscribers. I'm number 18. This is Drew. You heard it here first. Well, obviously not first, but not far after first. He's got 17 subscribers. And he's going to do a reaction channel. He's been telling me all about it. I'm just saying. Yeah, Google owns YouTube. Only 17. Mick2 subscribed and anxiously waiting. There we go. Here I am. All right. Can we get him up to 30? Yeah. I remember when I first started out, Grass-Fed Homestead, they gave me a shout out. They got me up to about 80 subscribers. Yeah. What do we got in here? We got 214 people in here. Y'all love Drew. I mean, where would I be without Drew? Where would a lot of us be without Drew? But anyway, he's starting a new channel. And when he does, you're going to want to be there. It's Drew's Lens Reacts. What is he going to react to? He's going to react with Dogman and Little Miss Fifi.
She loves me.
Fifi likes people.
She meowed at me.
Yeah.
I need to pick her up.
She's got a sweet little meow.
Purring.
Oh, yeah. She's a good girl.
You got a little purr going.
She's a good girl. She don't mind. She don't run from people. Bob and Grumpy run from people. Bob will warm up to you a little bit. But, yeah. Drew told me what his first video was going to be. I don't remember what it was. Like a gas station robbery, something like that. He's not robbing it. He's just reacting to it. Boy. Right. How many subs? He started out with 17. You got to go home and subscribe to him. Oh, shoot. I want to hit. Oh, he's up to 30.
Drew's Lens Reacts.
Yep.
Was he trying to be funny or something on these? Or
when did it?
Drew tried to
He
be funny?
joined September 23rd, 2023. He just made that today. He made that channel today. He's already got 30 subscribers.
Any of us could do that. Don't give the boy credit. Any of us.
31.
If you got on there and start a new channel, okay, Fifi. Here.
He says he's got 12.
Oh,
yeah.
He's all right.
You
can't hurt a cat.
Well, yeah. She had a broken paw when
He ought to have 500 subscribers already.
He hasn't told anybody. He just told us. Oh, there's thunder. We got more thunder.
It's just drizzling.
He's got 12 videos backlogged, and once he gets to 14, then he's going to go for it. Yep, this will be a flashback to when he first started his channel. He created the channel while he was on the live. Dude, man, we're going down in history. Drew's Lens Reacts started his channel on our live show.
He should have used Clown.
10 years from now.
Clownfish Reacts.
Well, that'll be his side channel in the future. Well, yeah.
I got 3 channels, Drew. So you need one more.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeff only has one. He doesn't have it in him to start another.
That you know of. That's all I'm saying about that.
Oh, I think he has a secret one. Nobody knows.
I
tried that. And
dude, you know, these days you can hide behind cartoon characters and voice modulators. That's all.
Like Peter.
I got to get out my politics some way. That's all
I ain't subscribing.
Dogman unsubbed all his channels from my main page. No, he didn't. I won't let him log into his account here, so he'll have to wait till he gets home.
Yeah, wait till I get home, I'll do it.
What is he up to? Drew's Lens Reacts. Are we up to 35 yet? Yeah, we're at 36. Let's hit 40. We got to hit 40. Drew's Lens Reacts. 40 subscribers will be waiting. He's going to have a dozen videos ready to go at least.
He doesn't even have a picture on there. No.
I know. He just made the channel while we were alive.
If you put a picture of me on there where it says D, you in, man.
There you heard it first.
Here's what you do. Where the D is, where you're supposed to have just put a picture of one of your cars. That's it. Put the Volkswagen there, the bus. See what happens.
I'd tell you who I'd put on his picture, but oh, there we go. Oh, I got to get rid of this. Hey, I had that up and it didn't mess up our anyway.
Yeah, I was like, my lips are moving, so it's delayed. Last Kmart's. Did we ever find out where those are?
No.
You're losing subs. Probably because it's getting
We're
late.
still over 200. Karen Spear found it. Thanks, Karen. He's at 40. All right. All right.
You ever wonder who? There's like 10 people that comment, but who's the other 200 that don't? Sometimes we'll never know.
They're good folks if they're hanging out watching us. A lot of people watch on TVs. And there's no way to comment.
I wonder how many of them weren't. What if there's naked people watching?
And a lot of people watch on their phones. I think half of my viewers watch on their phones, and like 20-something% watch on their TV.
I can never do that. Watch any video on my phone.
I can't either.
I do. The only ones I watch when I make a short.
You gotta
make them. Yeah, these are brand new, man. Oh, look at this.
Maybe if I had those.
These are the high dollar ones at the dollar store.
Dollar General.
Yeah,
we got a new one coming to Waldron.
Yep. And it's like in 2 weeks, it's like from nothing. The building's there now. And it was supposed to be open next month. Wow. And I asked the guy at the dollar store today if they're closing the old one. He didn't have a clue. I'm like, how do you not know?
They don't know.
He didn't know. So it's going to become another empty building. They're going to have to close it. We're not big enough to have 2.
Somebody will rent it for storage or something.
If they left it open, it would probably still, because dollar stores can put a store anywhere. If you got 400 people in town and they still do good. I watched a video on that. Where's the storm? I don't think we're going to get anything. What's the green? I need red.
Light green is light rain. The darker green is darker rain. Yellow is high wind.
What's that real dark green?
That's more rain.
Well, it's going to miss us then.
It peters out. It's hitting the mountains, then it peters out.
Where's Peter?
In Poto. Peters in Poto. Just northeast of Worcester. A little northwest of
Big Italian. We watch on our big screen.
Heavener or Heavener?
Heavener. He says we watch on our big screen and comment on our phones. I didn't know you could do that. So Peter had a live Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And I was watching on my TV, and I didn't want to get up and get into the office to comment. So I picked up my phone. I'm like, I wonder if it'll screw up if I do it on my phone. It didn't. And I'm old. I don't know that I could do that stuff. Yeah, Drew watches everything on his phone. I can't.
I know.
I can't see it, man.
Yeah.
What do your eyes get bad?
Yeah.
That's why I went and bought a bigger. Tell them about that deal.
I bought a word. You told me not to.
I already gave the dogs TVs. I bought a 55-inch Samsung at Walmart for $318, man.
Good deal.
4K. Yeah. This thing is awesome. Once in a while, they'll put certain TVs out in the aisle, and I've been watching. I've been wanting a bigger one, and they had 4 of them, I think, and I bought it. And then I had to buy the mount, but I mounted it on a wall that's like at an angle because I live in an A-frame. But when I'm on a recliner, I'm tipped back, so it was perfect. Man, that TV's better than the last one I had was a 48-inch. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles this new one did, and I paid $440 for that one.
Shoot, I remember I paid almost $300 for a 25-inch TV in 1992 after I graduated from college.
It's a Samsung, Patty. Of course it's not. There is no TV made in America today. You know better than that.
There are no TVs made in America today.
If you're all, wow, only American products, you're not going to have anything today. I already said that. You're not going to have nothing.
And even if it is made in America, the parent company might be 85% of our pork products in the United States is owned by China. So China owns our bacon, literally.
So what's happened today is we all have to cave to it because if you want a certain product, you don't have a choice. Yeah. You're gonna live in a cabin with a rug and a fireplace and read a book. You know, that's it. And then at my age, you got to have reading glasses. Well, let me see. Where's these made, Jeff? I can't read it because I don't have them on. They're made in China.
My frames were made in China.
They're made in China.
Yeah.
And they weren't cheap. Yeah, everything, man. You just, that ticks me off. People comment, oh, it was made in China. Well, sure. What do you have that ain't? And they think they have stuff that ain't.
You can be against stuff being made in China and not hold it against people for buying it.
No, but there comes a point where you just have to give up. Man, I'm a veteran. Trust me, I don't like what's going on today, but
Judy Jules has a 70-inch TV. They don't see so well. They're getting so much cheaper. That's one of the few things.
I bought one of them big screens. Remember them old great big things that weighed 5,000 pounds? And if you looked at it from the side, you couldn't see
like
it.
That thick and that tall?
I had one of them, but today, man, the TVs, even the cheap ones are good. 4K.
Yeah.
I love it. And when you're a YouTuber, you got to have something like that.
Yeah, they're great. Like right now, we've got it up on my TV as the second screen, so we can both see it. Yeah. And that's old.
That's old, but it's still
a Vizio, and it's probably
Vizios are good.
It's at least 10 years old.
They're made in South Dakota, ain't they?
No, they're made in South Korea though.
South Korea.
Tilted K got about 20 pounds of bacon off 2 huge hogs.
Yeah. What Drew say? He went from 2 monitors back to 1. And every time y'all look up, I get jealous. I don't know what that means.
He got rid of one of his monitors.
That boy has
I told him he was going to need a monitor.
Yeah, but he's jealous. I don't know what he's jealous about.
If you got a nice TV, you got to have a nice monitor. You need a monitor like yours.
Yeah, I got the curved.
You got the curved one. What is that, a 30?
That was expensive, too.
Something inch? Those are like...
it's 40 inch.
400,
42 inch.
400, 500 bucks.
Yeah,
but they're worth it.
600 bucks.
But they go down in price.
Now I could probably buy the same monitor, probably half price. You know.
Probably not half. I when I was looking at them, they were 4,500.
Them curved ones are nice.
Yeah.
I still don't know what he's talking about there.
What, 2 monitors?
How's he jealous? If I went from 2 monitors back to 1, and every time I look up, I get jealous.
Because he's been here before. He knows we're looking up at my second monitor. Yep. Sharon Jameson, she knows. We grow our own bacon, chicken, turkey, and goat meat. We buy beef from some friends. Oh, yeah. I was just talking about that yesterday. I'd love to buy like half a cow at a time, put it in the freezer. From VW Family Farm. See, I know these. I've toured their place. I know how they raise their animals, how they treat them. I know everything about them. I would love, and I'd be happy to pay more per pound for VW Family Farm meat, and I will. It's my goal in life to get there someday. And I want to raise some turkey too. I'm not a fan of goat, but I like sheep.
You need goats.
I hate goats.
Why don't you have goats?
No, I don't. I don't hate them.
Goats.
I don't want to pay money for goats. That's my thing. Goats are expensive.
You need to weed eat too.
Goats are expensive, and they are they're a pain. They take a lot of time.
Thank you there, DJ. TBD.
Yep. Back to good. Don't even have a TV. I use mine as a computer monitor.
When we say we have TVs, I have not watched a TV program or had TV in over 12 years. But you got to have them for monitors. Everything that I watch on my TV. If you're paying for cable TV or any of that now, why? Because everything is on the internet for free. You don't have to have cable. Cut the cable.
Yeah. I haven't paid for cable since I was working in downtown Chicago, wearing a tie, taking public transportation, using my umbrella.
Jeff,
I didn't have a fanny pack, but I had a briefcase.
How much of our military supplies
I was fighting
China?
For our actual freedom.
I would think none of our military supplies are made in China, but then...
Are you kidding me?
Who knows?
I'd probably say
today?
70% of our military is made in China.
I don't think our weaponry, but who knows today? Nothing surprises me. Here's something that if you ever watch any of these channels that play the slot machines and stuff, they all have a Chinese theme. You know, they could be shipping nuclear bombs in those slot machines over here. We wouldn't know the difference.
We don't care anymore. Nobody very few people in this country care.
All you need, Judy, is a Roku TV. You don't have to have cable. You got everything you want to watch.
I got a Fire Stick for this one, just for the YouTube app.
All my TVs got the Roku, or Samsung got their own channel. You can watch old John Wayne movies, anything.
The television comes with the channels, and that's one of the reasons why they're cheaper. Is the apps like YouTube will pay Samsung to put their app on the TV, so that helps bring the price down of the TVs because the apps are paying them to automatically install.
I put that TV in the dog's room. I was looking for dog channels, animals. There's tons of them, and then I put the big one in, the new one, and I was like, I want to hear some music, and I got a sound bar. It's the best stereo I got in the play. And man, there's music, there's everything for free. I don't know about the word free doesn't exist anymore, but it's on there. I've got YouTube Premium, so it has music too. I mean, I want to hear some Kiss.
Oh yeah, I don't have
so I put on. I
had Amazon Prime for a few months.
I got that. TVs. And I watch 4 or 5 things on Amazon Prime. I have that so I can get free shipping. They're free again. It's not free, but
yeah.
Then I got the Amazon Prime. I like watching documentaries, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Alone in the Wilderness.
Oh, that's probably that is my all-time favorite.
Yep, me too.
Dick Pernicki. However you pronounce it.
Pernicki.
If you've never watched that, is it even on YouTube where you can watch it now? You got to watch it in like 10, 15
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's on there. But the guy was 50 years old, went to Alaska, started building his cabin, and he ended up staying for, what, 30, 35 years?
Yeah, till he was in his 80s and couldn't.
And actually, what's his name from Sean James went there on one of his
went
episodes.
To his cabin, didn't he?
Sat in the same, he went to his cabin, stayed there for a couple days. That is my favorite documentary of all time, and he filmed it. He was the creator of YouTube, trust me. He was doing YouTube in the 60s. And PBS did that. But he filmed everything that he did, that he did it.
Here is Sean James.
That guy has the best video skills of anybody on YouTube, man. And he's got some good cameras, too. Well, look where he lives. I mean,
he's in Canada, isn't he?
Yeah. How do you not?
He's got an eye for it. He was never trained in videography or anything.
He was a white-collar worker. If you go back to his first videos, he wore a suit and tie and just he owned a roofing company, I think. And he gave it all up. That guy's amazing, man.
That's the original cabin.
There he is. Yep. There he is.
Yep. Yeah, he went, what is it, the 1950s when he went up there?
Early 60s.
60s.
Yeah.
He was in his 50s.
If anybody was like him, it's this guy, man. Sean James. That guy, he's done it on his channel.
Yeah, he could do it.
He built a cabin by himself with hand tools. And he didn't have any training.
Look at that fireplace.
Yeah.
And he showed the building of that cabin he filmed it himself, and that's why that documentary is so great.
I got those hats, the same hats he wears.
Oh yeah,
Tilly's. That's where Tilly got her name, from Sean James hats, and I got 2 of them. They're not cheap, but I wanted one.
Show us the cabin some more, buddy.
Oh. If we stayed on this line till like 4 in the morning, do you think we'd still have 216 people?
No.
Look at what is all that?
That's the view from the cabin.
But when Dick shot all the footage for this, he had one of them old, the old
60s cameras.
Yeah. But it wasn't cheap. It was still good quality footage.
What is Drew saying? Did Drew hit 50 subscribers yet?
He's saying we're doing what he's going to do.
Oh, we're reacting and showing the... Yeah.
I think a lot of younger people have never watched Alone in the Wilderness. Man.
Yeah.
That's something you need to watch before, if you even think of moving to Alaska or something, watch what he done. It wasn't all easy. I always wanted to go to Alaska. There's no way I would even attempt that right now. Too old.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Wouldn't you love to go back and, that'd be one of the things.
In my 30s,
if I were younger, to go back and.
I could have done it in my 30s, probably my 40s. Because I would have gained, If I went there when I was 40, I would have never gained any weight. I would have been in good shape.
Drew is 1 away from 50. He needs 50 subscribers. He started out with 17. He started out with nothing.
He ain't going to get a lot more because he ain't got nothing on there.
Well, yeah, but he will.
He's getting them all from this live because they know.
We know and love Drew. Okay, I can refresh it over here. Do we make it to 50? Oh, still a 49. Is there one person out there who will go subscribe to Drew?
I could subscribe, but I'm not on the computer.
Did you bring your phone? You didn't bring your phone.
I ain't going through all that. I got my phone. I ain't going through all that effort.
Yeah. Karen Wisenant, how much do you pay for internet service?
A lot.
Yeah, it's got
mine $45 a month.
My bill's about to go down because I get fiber optic at the new place. There we go. He made it to 52 subscribers. All right, we did a good deed tonight, Mike. We helped Evan's family get up to 750, and we helped Drew get to 50, and we're good people.
No, we're not.
We help people.
We're not good people.
We try. There we go. Just going with it from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada.
AMAC.
Yeah.
Internal components made in China. Or, I imagine they are.
Oh, yeah. Of course they are. Yep. They have been since the 90s. But don't get me going.
Jeff and I lived in a time, we remember when none of that crap was in our country. The only thing from China in our country, we were talking about that yesterday, Chinese food. And they didn't have buffets. You'd go in and order from a menu.
Yeah.
They'd bring you these great big silver platters with lids, like in the movie.
Yeah, you go in with a group and
they'd bring you like 5
with a big old thing of rice, and you'd have like 5 different.
About every 20 minutes, you get a new what they call entree.
It was like a buffet, but they served it at your table.
5-course meal.
Yeah.
You don't get that no more.
You can, but not in
this
small town America. You got to go to a big city.
Every buffet here is Lynn's. Lynn's like a popular name for Chinese place. But I got it, man. It was great. The other day, it was great.
I would say great.
Well,
it was good.
It was good.
It was good.
The Mina one's pretty good. But where we going? Western Sizzling.
Western Sizzling. We're gonna hit that tomorrow.
And that's on Debbie Drop.
Thank you, Debbie.
$20, said Jeff.
And Julie sent me some gas money for it. So we got the gas money and we got the lounge.
She ain't gonna get that till next month.
That's true.
I got $20 now.
I'll front you the gas money till next month.
Internet and TV, $215 a month. That's ridiculous, sir. You don't. I was just telling him you don't need the TV, but they package it and bundle it where you have to buy it. I hate AT&T.
Well, in Arkansas, you have to buy the phone plan.
Nobody needs TV, cable, or any of that.
Nobody needs a landline.
Everything's on your TV you buy from Walmart. It's there. All you need is internet.
Yeah, I don't know. To each their own, though. Well, if you're like a sports fan,
I quit watching all that garbage.
See, they'll charge you like $70 a year if you want to watch all your baseball team's games.
I remember watching football in the 70s and 80s and early 90s. It was sport.
I was a Bears fan.
Now it's a political fiasco. I will refuse to watch any sports.
NFL, NBA.
I hate NBA. I hate NFL.
I was still a Cubs fan. They won the World Series, and I kind of gave that.
They robbed us of that joy watching that. Us older people ain't going to watch that no more after all the kneeling crap and all the political statements. I am not going to watch football. I could care less what they do.
They moved the All-Star game out of Atlanta, Major League Baseball.
It's all nonsense. It's NFL. It's nothing but it's all about the dollar, like everything else. Now they're going to have games in like Japan and crap. I ain't watching that. It's all NFL is nothing but a business. It's no longer a game,
Yeah,
it hasn't been for
the
many years.
NBA is in partnership with China. You can't say, yeah, don't get me going.
Everything's in partners with
China. Yeah. C. Stone, I like Simple Living Alaska. You know what? I was watching Simple Living Alaska when they first got started on YouTube, and I was up in my old place. They sent me some. They were moving from Oregon to Alaska, and I've got a letter and I got some gifts from them before they made it big on YouTube. I've known a lot of channels just through comments before they made it big on YouTube.
Drew, I never had even back then, I never had no Walkman.
I had a Walkman.
I didn't never carry that. Yeah, but you got a dang fanny pack, so I know you had a Walkman. I never had that crap. I had a record player and a radio in my bedroom. Yeah, that's what I had. You pick, I don't even know what he even know. You pick this arm up and it has a needle, and you put it down like on the Star Wars.
I had one.
I got the Star Wars album one year for Christmas, man.
I had an iPod.
That was cool. The original Star Wars. I was there. Was you there, Drew?
Yeah, I was there.
He wasn't there.
I was, 9, 10 years old.
Drew wasn't there.
Saw it in the...
He wasn't even...
And we went back. Did you watch it like 3 times in 2 days?
Our parents dropped us off.
Because they'd have the early showing and the late show.
We would stay in the theater. They wouldn't kick you out.
Exactly.
And
I
watch
did the
it
same thing.
all day.
And we did it 2 days in a row. So
Yeah.
I saw it like 4 or 5
You
times.
could go to the movie theater, and like the first showing was at 11. It was never any earlier than that.
Well,
But you would stay all day.
But they do like
a 6
o'clock showing and then like an 8 o'clock.
Not
showing.
when it first came out, because they kicked you out then. Because they were.
I didn't get kicked out.
Where I live, Tulsa, we didn't.
Yeah.
But we would sit and when Rocky
probably.
came. Rocky.
Oh, I remember
3.
Rocky.
We'd sit, man. That was the best Rocky. Rocky 3. We'd sit in there for 3-4 days, man.
You go home, put your gym shorts on, do your.
And we had drive-ins. They still have them, but they're struggling.
We didn't do drive-ins it was in Pekin. That was like half.
Well, when you were a teenager, you didn't remember what the movie was if you had a date. Dog man, do you still have your first diary?
I saw Heather's in a drive-in.
I do, Drew. I just started writing it the day I met you. And I got a big lock on it. And you ain't never gonna read it, son.
I'll get it for you, Drew.
Yeah. Yeah, I never thought of a diary until I met Drew.
He's got a video diary.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's some. When I die, it's in my will. You'll get to open it, and I will give you the name of the channel that I've never told you about, where you can watch all the videos. Judy says, "I feel sorry for men, no purses." Well, Jeff's got one. Men carry purses now. Man purses. Where have you been? Backpack. You didn't see no backpacks when I was a kid. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Drew. You're gonna have all the bills. Oh, I don't have bills. If I died tomorrow, I would have just the utility bills. That would be it. That's the way to be, man. You gotta think of your family. All they have to do is come burn my place down, take what they wanted, burn it down, and they're good. Oh man, T. McD, yes. I saw Up in Smoke for the first time at the Admiral Twin Drive-In in Tulsa. Man, that was like a cult movie. Still is. I have that CD or DVD in my house, but I don't have a DVD. You know what? I think I could put that into my computer and watch it. I don't think I've watched that in probably 10 years. That is one of the best movies ever made. Up up in smoke. And I think the budget of that movie was like less than $100,000. But look where it's at now.
I've got a DVD player on that computer.
Yeah,
I ain't got any DVDs though. Well, I got a Roger Waters in concert live DVD.
I had 2,000 DVDs, and
yeah,
I'd watched them all like I don't know how many times. So when I lost my job at the ranch, I'm like, I'm gonna take these to the pawn shop at Fort Smith. We was in there for 2 hours. He was opening them all up and looking, and he offered me $233, man. I'm like, and I took it because I didn't want to have to put them all back in my car. I already watched.
Drew wants to start a drive-in right now, but he's looking for investors.
Can you imagine a drive-in in Walden, Arkansas?
I can imagine one in Boonville.
How much you want for that popcorn? $4. I'll give you $2. What would you show here?
Classics.
Willie Nelson.
They won't let you do that though. One of the movie theaters was for sale. Was that in Waldron or?
I watched video on. It was on Amazon Prime. It's on there right now. It's about drive-in movies, and there are several left, but they're struggling, man. There's one in Dallas, Fort Worth. That's huge.
The Outsiders.
It's all paved, and they got like 6, and they're just, they're not killing it.
Pony Boy.
It's not a.
You've gotta add value to those old ideas, like a drive-in theater. You've got to add value to it somehow.
Drew, The Outsiders was where, in that movie, the drive-in. That's where I went. The Admiral Twin. That's where I grew up. The same side of town. I could take you right to their house. And look at all the stars that were in that. I remember reading that book in school. All the movie stars that were in that movie as kids. They're all big, every one of them. But that is the drive-in that we went to. That is on The Outsiders. Everything in that movie, I know where it is. The bar where Dallas went and all that. That stood till probably 20 years ago, and they tore that down. I used to drive by that every day.
Wow.
And it was a vacant building when they started filming the movie, and then Hollywood did it up for that scene, and now it's gone. But
the movie Twister was filmed in Ponca City, Oklahoma, and I was opening a hotel there while they were filming it. I remember. I've got stories about that. I met Bill Paxton.
He's dead now.
Yeah, he is. Too soon.
I never liked that girl in the movie. What was her name?
Jamie Gertz or Helen Hunt?
Helen Hunt. I never could stand her.
Yeah, I met her in real life.
I never could stand her.
I'm not going to share my story of Helen Hunt.
Oh, you told me she was BIT.
Yeah, I'm not saying that on YouTube.
That's why I never liked her.
Those Hollywood types.
Some people have consents who are good people and who are not, and she.
Yeah, Drew mentioned that. Well, like one of the movie theaters. I think they're both, the one in Boonville and Waldron. But they're the movie companies. They won't let them show old films. See, if you were to buy an old theater,
oh no, that's
the only way you can make money would be.
That's what they show because they're not making any movies now. They're on strike.
Well, they are right now,
and that's what they're showing.
But those movie theaters, you got to pay them top dollar for the recent movies, or they're not going to let you run any older ones. I don't know.
Greed it's all greed. Greed is ruining
regulations.
Greed is ruining the country, and what we need now is a world war. It changes everything every time we have one.
It's gotten worse. Our freedoms have gotten nothing but worse with every war we've been in. Well, since World War One.
World War II changed. It started
the downhill started at World War One.
The problem is the future wars aren't going to be like the old wars. It's all going to be from a keyboard.
All right, Drew, what are they? He has 2 better business ideas. Better not be Pet Rocks.
I met Paul Newman when he fell on the ground. Man, that's cool. I was in an elevator in Vegas with Walter Matthau.
Oh, yeah?
That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I was with my buddy, and he had his son with him. And he looks up. He looks up at Walter Matthau, and he goes, "You're ugly." He was like 6. And Walter Matthau just laughed. He goes, "Kids don't lie." That's what he said, man. This is like early 90s.
He's
man.
one of those actors where you could probably tell he's...
That's the only place I've ever lived where
in real life.
I met a lot of celebrities when I lived. I lived there 4 years. I ran into Red Fox, I don't know how many times. Lake Mead, I was walking along the shore, and there's a guy fishing. I said, are you catching anything? He goes, "Oh, hell no." And it was, Tom Selleck. Sat there and talked to him for a minute. He was actually a really friendly guy. I met a lot of George Foreman when he was old. He fought that, and he won that heavyweight weight title. I was in the MGM Grand playing slots, and I hear all this commotion. It was like 2 in the morning. He comes out, and he's got his entourage, and I shook his hand. They were all going to the
like
buffet.
8 kids: George Jr., Georgina, Georgette,
but
George Arena.
He had just got done fighting, man, and I shook his hand, and it was like shaking a 3-year-old girl's hand. Weak. And one of the guys that was with him says, "Yeah, he ain't got no strength left." But he was like 45 years old. He won the heavyweight champ back.
Yeah.
He met Jeff from Bobblehead Homestead.
Yeah, he did.
Who that is.
The day before I blew up on YouTube, so to speak.
I met Drew at O'Reilly's once.
Yeah.
Then he introduced me to Jeff from Bobblehead Homestead. I used both of you. I did. Forrest Gump. That's one of my favorites. And
what are some of my others?
I want to see a movie where
I met Davy Jones from the Monkees.
I want to see Forrest Gump get a VW, like Drew's VW bus, go pick up Rain Man and that other dude, man, Sling Blade. That'd be a good movie.
Yeah. You mentioned that one before.
Did. Forrest.
Rain Man, Sling Blade, and Forrest Gump.
Yeah, of course. Let's go to China. Yeah.
You can't be misogynist. There's got to be a woman in there, though. So we need a female character.
It'd be Tom Cruise's girlfriend in Rain Man. Oh, that girl's hot. What's her name? She's still acting.
I can't picture her.
She's a Spanish girl, man. What's her name? Good.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise, Rain Man. See the cast.
Rain Man.
She's still hot. She's like 80.
Valeria Golino.
No, that ain't her. She was.
Yeah, that's got to be her.
Oh, that wasn't her. It is her. That's her name?
Yeah. She was in a few movies. I remember that name.
I'm thinking of someone else. I
didn't
know that.
She was born in 65.
Ooh, she's just my age, man.
There you go.
She still looks good.
Valeria, hit him up. Walnut, Arkansas, Dog Man.
Yeah, I'm probably more famous than her now.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't share that, did I?
Hey,
all right.
It could be T. McD. That could be her stage name.
Yeah, you never know. Do we have any famous people who are watching us right now? How we got? We're below 200. We're at 195. We've been on here for almost 3 hours.
You're a bad influence on me.
Well, it's my
tell you what, we'll go 10 more minutes and end it.
Yeah,
to make it an even 3.
We'll make it to 3 hours.
I ain't making a dime off this.
No. No, I'll share some of my super chats. You need some gas money.
I'm going to make enough next month, even giving half away to the rescue. I'm going to do 3 videos a day on 3 channels. I should make something, or I'm going to lose my, rear end.
Depends on how. Yeah, I've been there and done that.
That's people don't realize how much work. It's not doing the videos; it's the editing. God, I hope the memory.
Drew wants to do an indoor archery range, which isn't that bad of an idea. And that building across the street from the post office. We got
somebody lives in there.
I know, they're an idiot. They need to turn that into an indoor archery range.
Like a Quonset hut.
I got my archery merit badge in Boy Scouts. Went to Boy Scout camp for a week. Got my archery.
What did I see about the roosters? Come back. His breed of roosters are they don't fight.
No, mine are lovers, not fighters.
The breed of roosters I have do fight. You don't put. But here's a fact.
Gordon and Angie.
Here's an own fact.
Yeah, I raised them together, and that's not a sure thing either. Because once they do reach maturity, even if you raise them together, they can still fight, but it's less likely. Yeah. But it depends on the breed. The breed that you have experience with,
Yeah, one gets loose, they're going to go right to the first rooster they see. They will fight to the death.
Yeah.
That's Waddles. Y'all don't believe it. If I was to bring Waddles here and put him in with one of his roosters, Waddles would kill it. Even though he can't walk right, he would kill it. Quick. They're jungle birds, man.
They're meant to be wild like that.
Yeah.
They are purposely bred to maintain their wild instincts. And that's an awesome thing that we can pass along to future generations, that they can still have, natural chickens.
Yeah.
Because mine, my Morans, I got 2 Morans. They don't like each other. Well, it's a father and son, and the father doesn't like the son. And the father will chase the son for like 10 seconds, and then he gives up. They don't fight to the death.
There are so many places here in Arkansas and Oklahoma that raise fighting roosters. It's not illegal to raise them. It is now illegal to fight them, and that used to be a huge sport. It is still a very big sport worldwide. Mexico, Vietnam, most any country, Philippines. And I raised them because, but you have to call them show birds. But they get the best care of any, is it any worse than raising them in a chicken house for Tyson to live for 6 months and die? Ours, I don't believe in fighting any kind of animals, but it was a job. It's what got me started, and they were treated, humanely. We didn't give them any. They were treated well, and I fought with that at first. Why are you? Because I knew why people were coming from Mexico and Philippines to buy them, but over the years, I'm like, I'm going to give them the best life they have while I take care of them. That's all I could do. It was a job, man. You move to a place like Waldron, Arkansas. I'm not working in Tyson cutting their heads off and selling to you to eat, So it was just something that happened, and I met wonderful people. It's not like everything you hear. It's kind of like we're buying stuff from China.
And there really is a deeper, futuristic purpose in that, is keeping that breed and those characteristics alive for the future generation.
They are true jungle. They are the only fowl or chickens that still come from the jungle. And
they are bred to maintain those characteristics.
Yep.
And who knows, that might save us all someday.
And they are some of the most beautiful birds you will ever see.
Yeah.
And Waddles, he got injured at some point after I took him out of the brooder and brought him out to the outside brooder, he might have had something fall on him and hurt his leg. The boss wanted me to kill him, but he was such a cool character, I couldn't do it. So I said, well, I'm just going to take him home. And he was very. You didn't just say you're going to take one of his birds home, because he's world famous for what he puts out. And so I had to ask permission. And he says, yeah, you can have him, but you got to take these 12-year-old hens. And that was 4 years ago. So 13, 14. Well, no, they were 11.
I just saw a video.
They're old, man.
Yeah, somebody had 20-year-old hens.
Yeah, these birds will live 20
years. They will live.
He had roosters that were 17, 18 years old. They live a long time. And Waddles, he's young. Them hens he's in with are 13, 14 years old.
And they're still laying eggs.
Yeah.
But they still go broody and want to raise chick.
Yeah, but they're not right in the mind anymore. They're laying eggs all year. They don't quit. They've turned regular chicken.
Oh, look who showed up. Butt Nuggets Homestead.
Oh.
That's Brett. We've only got 4 minutes left, though, Brett. Sorry. Yeah. But Drew's up to 64. He's got 64, and he just started that channel today.
Videos. No
65.
No nothing.
He just started that channel today.
See, if I would have done this during this live, I'd have had a video up.
Well, we gotta plan it better, Mike.
He ain't got no drive. I'm telling you.
We gotta plan.
The boy's lazy. He ain't got no video. I would at least put a short of it. Hi, my name's Old Clownfish. Come join my new channel.
He'll get there. He knows what he's doing. See, he'll have when he announces it on his channel, he'll have at least a dozen videos ready to go for people to watch.
Why you always stand up for the guy? Pick on him a little.
I know. I
pick on him. Because he's got his heavy equipment at your place. That's why. Otherwise, you'd be messing. You'd be going on him now too if you didn't have it. Yeah, you could keep that. Hey, did he leave the keys in that? We could go for a ride.
That's what I'm saying.
We could be there, half hour?
Get some shale and make my driveway and RV pad myself.
Them neighbors, we could go move them.
Don't be giving me any bad ideas. One night in jail here and there is good enough.
3 minutes. I'll be back in 1. We'll say
Brett,
goodbye.
My floor's messed up. Don't trip, Mike.
What do you think of Brett?
That's what Brett just said. He just said your floor is bent.
Brett's bent.
Oh, yeah, Brett is bent. Hey, Peter's still in here. He's telling Brett it's past his bedtime. They both showed up at the same time. What's up with that, Brett and Peter? Peter is from Old Man King Homestead. He is new to Arkansas, relatively new. He's been here for a little while, from a couple months from New York. He takes the batteries home. Yeah. Well, I can go buy batteries 15 minutes away, so we can get past that obstacle. Peter was lurking.
It's still hot out there.
It's
weird.
It is. It's 77 still.
I mean, we had all them cool nights.
Well, the rain came, the humidity came back, dude.
It's just raining real slow, like it's done all week.
I love it.
I don't like the storms, man, but I'll take the rain.
Oh, yeah, 68, 60. We got to get to 69 at least for Drew. Are we there yet? No, still 68. There's Whip It, everyone. Thumbs up before we leave. You never ask anybody to thumbs up or subscribe or like or anything.
What's the point?
Exactly.
Because if you like the channel, you're gonna do it. I think it's a waste of time to answer all that.
Oh, Judy Jules thinks Peter needs to work on a Southern accent. Don't listen to her. Just be yourself, Peter.
At his age, he's never going to have it. Never.
There's Half Century Farm. They gave me a thumbs up.
Jeff's accent will never change. you live a certain amount of years in an area. Now, if he moved here as a 10-year-old kid, yes. That's it. I think when you get past 15 years old, your accent will never change.
Unless you get hit in the head really hard, but that's all right. All right, we're at 200, but we're gonna sign off because it's been almost exactly 3 hours. 2 hours.
They're still here.
Now we're down in 197.
Take a vote. You want us to go?
All right.
You're keeping these people.
Peter says raccoons correctly.
Raccoon.
You got to give me a break then.
Raccoon.
We'll keep going past 3 hours because Mike wants it.
You got more lemonade? He does.
I do, and I have ice.
He's proud of that ice machine.
I am. Thanks, Brett and Deborah. That's been a huge positive influence on my life.
Is it made in China?
Go look. It probably is.
If Brett gave it to you, you know it's made in China.
Oh, it's sprinkling outside again.
Yeah, it's perfect, man, but it's still, it's actually humid out there. It's perfect. I love fall. There is no better time of year. The whole month of September has been great. I love it. And I love October. And usually November is pretty warm, but last year it got cold pretty quick. But I mean, I love winter. I love putting on the sweatpants and all that. I hate summer. I hate summer with a passion. If you live here in the summer, you're going to hate it. I'm going to tell you that. Yeah, I mean, I've had heat stroke. So after that, summer has been ruined. I mean, I can't go out at all during the day in the summer. It's terrible. It's too hot. Yeah, we're staying. Because you guys don't, well, there's like, we just lost like 10, Jeff. They said, okay, we're going to bed. That's cool.
Yeah, we shouldn't be bad influences on other people.
Yeah, we should. I like being bad influences on everybody. You know that. I'm going to refresh this. Let's see. That is the world's biggest mouse he has. Drew's is 69 now. He's got more subscribers than anybody without any content. Oh, give me your password, Drew. I'll put a video up there for you. Refresh it again. He's just using us, man. He's trying to push his own agenda. Drew's Land Reacts. I still don't understand what he's going to do. Oh, are you going to be one of them channels that play other people's videos?
And make fun of them.
Yeah, I already know who's going to be a victim of that. So don't make me start a fourth channel. Hey, do you know that Butt Nuggets guy is on here?
Yeah.
Jeff, link our vid on your last vid. Dang it. I don't know what that means.
Tell them to edit their videos better.
Oh, yeah, he said edit your video better. I already heard the story today. Edit your video better. I think he said poop or something like that, and you guys recorded it. You're down to 188, man. I told you we should have done this at my house. We'd have 400 subscribers. It ain't midnight, is it?
20 after.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, 12:20. Rooster's gonna be mad.
Brewster doesn't like me when she gets mad.
She always sends texts with a middle finger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Drew made the 69 though, so we got that going for us. Did he make it over? Oh, he's at 70. 70 subscribers in one day without nothing. I tell you.
Well, that's like his channel. I mean, so he got 10,000 without nothing. I think he turned 11. I don't know, where's he at?
He's in there. There we go.
Right.
I can. There you go. If there's a link, you can click on it. He's up to 70.
I'm catching up to him.
Judy wants to know if we have a keg. Man, I haven't had a keg since college.
We're way past beer drinking age. Way past.
Well,
no, you're not.
You made the channel like 1 hour into the stream. How did you get 17? How did he get 17 before we saw it then? That means Drew has like 15 of his own channels.
Well, you're younger than me. You still believe half the shit he says. I don't. Oh, my cuss. I've been pretty good about it.
Dogman almost caught me once. What does that mean?
I don't have to be fast, Drew. I just got to be.
I think Drew has like 15 side channels that he's probably the one who's trolling us all the time.
Now we're gaining more subs. What's up with that? More viewers.
192.
Was it 188 a minute ago?
Was it? It's because somebody, I don't know. Lindsay was only a subscriber when I dropped the link in chat. Oh, so I didn't see the link that you dropped in chat right away. That's probably what it was.
Well, here's the thing. If Lindsay was doing the same thing, she'd have probably 500 subscribers right now without anything.
He hasn't even subbed himself. That's funny.
Man, I had all the lights on in my office and patio.
Number 6.
And then Jeff texted me, "Hey, man, let's go to Ollie's." And then before I know it, I'm here. I wasn't planning to go nowhere.
And I was
doing
thinking
a
of
live
Peter.
stream.
I was thinking of Peter. We can't get into that, though. But, yeah, it's all my
That
fault.
sucks about being a YouTuber. You got to have all these secrets. You can't tell people what's going on.
I know.
We all know what's going on behind the scenes, but we can't.
It's not it's not done deal, though. But it's getting there.
I will say this: get rid of Hood's Custom Shop if you're subscribed to that guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Drew knows about it. Not all people that come on YouTube are what they seem.
Yeah, Lindsay's not gonna do her Into the Mist. And that's all right. We give it a try. We don't always want to go forward.
And
but
those are good videos.
She's gonna start, but she learned a lot from doing that channel. And now Drew's got a new computer. So we got to hear from Lindsay what she thinks of that computer, but she's going to do some editing for him.
But she doesn't want to be on YouTube no more.
Well, she doesn't want that to do her into that format, and because that was a lot of research.
That's a lot of work,
man.
Ahead. Well, it's like doing like I want to do. You know, it is. God, you're a relative. The research I had to put in just to find out that little bit of information, but
that was probably several hours.
But I found, I seen that name, and I'm like, that's got to be related to Jeff. I told Jeff, no, we don't have no fence. And it was.
That's not what
I spent my eyes, I had a headache every day from researching, trying to find out what I could, and then later discovered that he has more relatives here. It's not easy. And so I probably ain't going to put out a lot of videos like that. It's just, it gives me a headache doing that research.
If you were making 10 grand a video, that might be a different story.
Yeah, that's the thing. Those videos didn't get that kind of views. They never do. When you make a serious video, everybody's like, whoa, what's with the dark videos? What do you mean, dark? That's what I got.
I don't know. Drew's over 70. He's got to be over 70. He's at 75. Holy cow. And we still have 186 folks in here.
why are you promoting this channel? He's going to make fun of us both. You know that's what. We look at the name of it. He's going to put our videos on there and pick them apart. You already know that. He will mind.
All
right. What about poor Brett? What is he going to do to Brett and Peter? Man,
well,
you're only thinking of yourself, man.
No. If you're going to react to big time channels so that people will click.
What I'm saying. He's
and
then
once he's a big time channel, if he reacts to one of our videos, we're going to get, there's no such thing as negative publicity. You get your name out there. That's one of the problems with the
I'll get more subscribers by him humiliating.
Yeah.
But I don't get embarrassed, you know that. So the only one time I did get embarrassed on YouTube, we all know about. That's why I don't have live streams.
I haven't mentioned it.
No. That didn't even embarrass me.
I should have done a clip that very second, but I didn't do it. You're lucky.
That would have been the best short, but YouTube would have took it down. It's not a roast channel.
It's not a roast channel. It should be. I want to start a roast channel on Rumble.
Who would you roast?
Every politician in Washington, D.C.
See, now we went down 100. There's no.
Are we down 182? Yeah.
Politics and religion is one thing you can make videos and there's no winner, because you're going to get hate, you're going to get love, but there's no winner ever.
Yeah.
The only winner that I've found that you can put on is dogs, animals. Everybody loves them. And if you get somebody on there that says they hate dogs or cats, you know what you do? You kick their ass off your channel. You ain't got time for people like that. Because they're evil people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You don't like animals, you're evil. I ain't got time for you. Bye. Doesn't mean that you don't have animals. That's one thing. But if you just tell me you hate them, bye.
If you don't like something, move along. Grow up.
He's still talking about your floor. And he's used your floor more than anybody I've ever known.
That was the first time you've been here.
You're lucky, son, that we did not record you and Jeff's floor.
That'd have been funny. Yeah. All right, we got 2 minutes left. It'll be 3 hours and 15 minutes. So that's all you're gonna get from us.
I'm gonna put some peanut butter on the end of my foot.
It's almost
Drew in the, you know what?
Bring up something else on the. Yeah, I need There's Texas Homegrown Girl. Good night, everyone. That is a good.
She just popped in at the end and said good night.
Well, that's nice. She's probably been watching for quite a while.
She's a lurker.
That's fine.
That's what you like do. Lurkers. That's what you do.
It's because I'm usually, cooking dinner, loading my dishwasher, whatever.
He lurks.
Yeah.
Drew's a lurker.
Yeah, I froze for a minute there. T. McD.
That's very well. We got storms going on.
Butler Family Farm coming Monday. All right.
I didn't know this was a rocker chair.
Yeah, it is.
You taking this with you?
Nope. You want it?
I'll take it. I ain't taking it tonight, but yeah, look at this thing.
There we go. On that note, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday night. Make sure you subscribe to Dogman, Ouachita Mountain Living.
Ouachita Mountain Living and Dogs too late. I got 3 channels.
I'm gonna pull it up. We'll put it in the description.
What dogs do.
Yeah, what dogs do. All right. Yeah. And then we want to Drew's Lens. He's got a new channel. You can go back and look at the replay and find.
We're going to
and there's Acre Homestead. Good night. See, we got people.
We're going to Pupaloosa in a few weeks.
We are 2 weeks. October 7th.
Yeah.
Dardanelle, Arkansas. If you want to come join us. We're going to do
anybody, cameras, people.
Help out Furry Tales
cornhole tournament.
Yeah, they'll have items you can bid on and buy, and
they got some beautiful quilts that I'll post them when I get home. These are detailed, man. They're not like what do you call Afghans. These are quilts. Yeah. That some people have donated. Beautiful work that probably took a couple of years to make. So
there we go. All right. Check us out. We're leaving for this Saturday night. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, everybody.
Happy trails.
Hot Mike.